A curse has befallen the region of Icewind Dale, in the form of an unrelenting winter that has slowly chipped away at those who live here for 2 long years. Most have lost the will to believe it will ever end, as hundreds of adventurers have flocked to this region in an attempt to end the curse and go down in history. None have succeeded. Those who do live to tell their tales are left frozen and mutilated by the horrors of the region. Join us as an unlikely group of adventurers come together to try and best these lands and put an end to the curse.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tabletop Tyranny, where we neither play around a tabletop nor are we tyrannical. My name is Jacob, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening's game and for the many more to come in the future. Thank you for stopping by. Pull up a seat, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. As per usual, we have our 5 adventurers here tonight. Feel free to say hi, adventurers. You guys are,
Hi, adventurers.
As always, it's always streamlined here. But yeah, this is our 3rd week in a row that we've been playing. You can check out all of our past streams on YouTube at youtube.com/@tabletop tyranny or T-Top Tyranny. You'll find us there. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna kind of get into this session. I usually ask a question to the majority for a chance to earn inspiration, but Lorian is the only character tonight that does not have inspiration. So, Lorian, a couple sessions ago, you guys met Avarice at the Northlook Tavern in Inn.
Yep.
Accompanying Avarice were 3 creatures. What were those creatures?
3 creatures?
Yes.
She had 2 gargoyles, or whatever. Oh, and she had a bird.
What kind of bird?
It was a white bird.
What kind of white bird?
Only the coolest birds ever.
I don't know what that
that's
means.
not true.
Is it a
Okay,
dove?
minus
What is it?
exception.
I don't know. I don't know what the type of bird it
It
is.
wasn't a dove. It was a raven, but I'm still gonna give you the point of inspiration because you're not
I
wrong.
don't think of ravens as why.
Yeah, it's a bird, but you weren't wrong. It is a bird. Technically, it is a bird.
I got it.
Yeah, you got inspiration, man.
Wow.
Hard work.
You softened that up on me. I appreciate that one. You made it achievable.
Well, you weren't wrong. You got it. You don't have to know the specific type of bird, but I just wanted to see if you knew.
No.
Yeah, so we're gonna get back into a little bit of a recap for last week's session. It was kind of a it wasn't a big session. Nothing too crazy happened. There was a couple roleplay elements that were pretty great. But last week the group they finished their conversation with Avarice, which was this high mage from the Arcane Brotherhood who had come to Icewind Dale, supposedly looking for some sort of lost city that's within the ice of a long lost empire, and she knew some information about Olozel and his race. So the party had this conversation with her, and then after that kind of wrapped up and they made their way out into the common area of the Northlook Inn. They addressed the elephant in the room, expressing their concerns that had led them to this moment. As there was kind of a divide between the whole sled, dead person on a sled, cargo stuff.
Multiple dead people.
Yeah, multiple dead people. And they learned the truth about the deal that Lorian had made, where they all kind of came to this acceptable understanding. The party seemed more together than they have been in the past couple of sessions. And upon coming together once again, Ichabod utilized the Wand of Secrets and was able to help the group find something that they may not have been meant to see. And where Avarice was sitting earlier, Fiska, led over there by Ichabod, Fiska was able to find a false spot kind of within the building's walls, where she found this letter that was written in Draconic. Thankfully, with Lorian's capabilities in reading Draconic, he was able to translate it, and it read, "To DVN, I have established contact with the Onagaz."
Oh no.
Damn it! Onagaz. Oh
my god.
Onagaz. I got it the first time. Come on.
You should have a note written out phonetically.
Can you send me the phonetic spelling of it so I can
It's literally just Anna, like person.
Okay.
Gauze, like
Onagaz.
like rap. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna forget that ever again. So hold me accountable. Onagaz. The information was not found. I'll just start from the beginning. To DVN, I have established contact with the Onagas. The information was not found with this resource. I have tasked them with a job, and I am curious to see how it benefits the cause. Upon reading this letter, Lorian recommended to Fiska and Ichabod to maybe try and copy Avarice's signature, as it might prove useful later on. To which
Fiska was like, "Oh."
Yeah, Fiska on her very first try was able to correctly copy the signature with a nat 20, I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. After informing the party about what they just read, the group spent the rest of their day shopping at the various locations within Bryn Shander, where the highlight purchase of all of this was a heart-shaped amulet that was acquired by Lorian, which is a parapet of wound closure. I'm pretty sure that's what it is called.
Yeah.
The DM's guide. In my book, it's called
the heart amulet.
In my world, it's called a heart amulet. Whatever, I created that.
I had to sell the Yeti hands for it. I didn't really want the sword, so sold the Yeti.
Yeah, after they acquired that, the day's light kind of slowly faded away in the town. Bryn Shander closes their shops, their gates around like 8 o'clock at night when the sun's low. More of a safety thing than anything. And as the town got to that part of the night, the party found themselves back relaxing in the inn in the Northlook and eventually finding rest. The next day was upon them, and they all went to retrieve some tanned cragcat hide that they had dropped off the day before from the market square, where they saw kind of standing atop this like kind of hill crescent road coming down into the market. These 3 stocky figures that looked like they were approaching them. And we're gonna kind of pick back up in that scene. So you've just picked up your cragcat hide, Elazel. And you guys all as you guys all kind of turn to leave the market, y'all see these 3 stocky figures begin to approach you. These figures, they are wrapped in cold weather garments like most people in Icewind Dale. Furs, leathers, furs. And they stumble towards you actively. They look tired. They're putting off that demeanor of being tired. They have very small snowshoes slung over their backs and these heavy looking ice picks that are fastened onto their belts. To which the belts themselves are barely holding themselves together from just wear and tear. And 2 of the 3 figures have these really nice long beards that kind of hang just right above the floor of the ground, just right above the frozen ground. Very long beards, very thick. And they're all braided with intricate knots. They're very, very, very nice. The non-beardless figure is kind of hard to describe, as they are very much so wrapped up in that thick cold weather clothing. You can't really make out any kind of distinguishing features or anything. But you see them, the beardless one holds up a gloved hand at the others and like shushing them or whatever, and they point at you as you are all kind of collected here, and they point at you and they actively begin to approach a little bit faster in your direction.
Elazel's busy trying to figure out how to fit 2 cragcat pelts into his backpack. He's like rolling them and trying to like stuff them in. He's like, I'll get it. I trust I'll get it.
Fiska's holding the bag open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you guys are there just watching them approach, and as they approach, this beardless figure has this very raspy voice, very sounds like a hard smoker, and they come up and they say they still have their clothing on. They don't just hood their cloak or anything, but they say, "Well met. I am Hruna, and these here are my friends Crux and Storm. You are who we are looking for. You were the lot that helped the retrieval of Barthram, right? The Barthram Hammerhome. It was requested by Gwynlyn and Gringrom, correct?"
That is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. We have been, I'm sure you guys already know, we've been sent to inform you about a job that could benefit Clan Battlehammer, and the Hammerhomes suggested you as the party that could take care of it. Would you mind to go talk somewhere a little bit more private?
Let's go.
Market's a little busy.
Yeah, that's
Lead the way.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, follow me. There's an old house that's the clan's that we kind of own off the books. It's kind of hush top secret. It's useful whenever we don't want to pay for a room. There seems to be drama while we stay there. If I remember correctly, there should be a barrel of our famous bitter beer ale there.
Ooh.
I hope you like to drink, because if we don't drink, I can't trust you.
I hate drinking. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
don't think I can trust you. Oh. Okay, cool. Follow me. And they begin to lead you further in town. And as they are marching through town, you very much see them kind of get lost for like half a second, as it's been a while since they've been in town. But eventually, after 25, been a while, yeah. After 25, 30 minutes, you guys do find your way in front of this very. It's a two-story building, like most of the buildings here, but it isn't anything that is glorious. It literally looks like it's a two-story building, but it's been fashioned somehow out of stone. It's more so all stone shape, and it kind of looks like just the rock. That looks like the rock has been eventually, someone has been able to manipulate the rock to live inside of it. And you notice that most of the people in town don't really kind of recognize it as a house, but once you get up clearly, you realize it is a rock that's been fashioned into that kind of a housing. But the people in town are very much unaware that this is a place to come. And the raspy voice figure says, "Welcome to the Cobble Keep Sleep." And as they step aside, you see that the other two individuals, they wobble up to the this big stone wall, and they audibly like stick their fingers into what looks like they just stuck their fingers into rock, and with a couple grunts, they begin to like slowly move this massive stone door. And even with them too, you can see they have muscles. They're very well built. They are still struggling, but they eventually get the door open. Yeah, you step in, and when you put your hands on this, like to help them a little bit, it's very heavy. It is extremely heavy, even for you as a bugbear. It's still very heavy. But thankfully with you, it's a lot easier. Yeah. Their grunts and groans relax into more of just like labored breathing. But yeah, as this rock door just groans open, and the interior of this building is just open to the rest of you, you see that the beardless figure goes around the corner and picks up some wood and brings it inside, just disappearing into the building. And you hear this little dwarvish woman go inside, and or you don't know it's one, but this dwarvish figure whispers some sort of like dwarvish incantation, and you see there, like, as she's placing the wood down, this little bit of fire and smoke begins to rise off of it. But yeah, you guys have seen the individual enter the building, followed by those other two, and you guys are kind of just left sitting in the cold still, have not entering the house yet.
I'll go in unless anyone stops.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for like invisible things within my range and listen for anything that might sound like a trap or anything,
Yeah, for sure. You go ahead and make a perception check just for your listening for any kind of traps.
I cast guidance.
Okay, good. You can add a D4 to that roll. before you tell me what the outcome was. I think you got to be before. The outcome.
Yeah. Do you have a sticky note up on your computer?
Hey, look what I'm writing right now.
That's funny. What'd you get?
Hold on.
And you guys do have inspiration. You can't use inspiration after the roll, but you have to declare it before you roll. So if you roll a bad roll, you can't just say inspiration and roll again. So if you're gonna use inspiration, you have to declare it before you roll. 9 with the D4? Okay.
Wow.
What's your blind?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
What's your blind sight? You don't pick up any kind of invisible entities or any kind of any of that nature. And with this, the wind's very loud. It's very hard to hear, and especially with the nat 1, which is a failure, regardless.
No, not a natural 1. I rolled a 1 on the guidance.
My bad. I thought you said you rolled a nat 1.
No, I rolled
You don't hear
5.
anything. You don't hear anything. The wind is just too loud. You feel like there's no traps inside either.
Cool. It's safe. Let's go.
I'm already inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still busy like trying to shove the pelts into my pack. I walk in.
Put some muscle into it.
I'm trying.
Guidance yourself.
Ichabod, did you want to enter the household as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys step into this inside of this building, it's very much dark in here. It's very underfurnished. With the small light source that has been created, you're able to see that there are plenty of cobwebs overtaking this house, gathering in the respective corners underneath the chairs and all that. And you see the two bearded dwarven individuals. You recognize these as dwarves at this point. You see them move the door back in front of you, pretty much locking you guys inside with the door slams shut. And this beardless figure begins to strip their clothes off, strip off their cold weather clothing, just the stuff that doesn't need to be really on while they're inside. And you see them for the first time very clearly. They are a dwarven woman with this long auburn blonde hair that just kind of falls beside your shoulders. In her mouth now, which you didn't see previously as it was hid by hood, is a freshly lit pipe that she puffs on very aggressively. Kind of something you can assume attributes to her very raspy voice. Her right ear and each of her index fingers are missing, and all that remains there are these little blue bits of scar tissue. Those of you that are familiar with Icewind Dale, or those of you that are familiar with medicine, you all know that this is a side effect, or this is just scarring from frostbite that has been taken care of. And it's a very harsh reminder of what the weather here can and will do to those that get stuck in it for too long. She looks kind of like this thing, right here. Now the picture, it's not as accurate as it could be, but that's pretty much the gist of what she looks like. You don't see her fingers, or you don't see any blue fingers or anything in the picture, but she does have frostbite. As she gets rid of her clothing and you see her more clearly now, she says, "Brux, Storm, go get the barrel. It should be in the bedroom underneath the bed." And she gives all of you a look when she says that. Now, if you ever find yourselves in a dwarven home, remember, all dwarves hide their ale beneath their beds. Helps them sleep better. So if you ever find yourself in a dwarven home and you want to drink, check under the beds. And as she's talking to you, you guys kind of, nonchalantly just glance over the other two individuals who now have stripped as well. You see that the one that she referred to as Crux, who is usually the one that nods his head in response to any command that she gives. He seems to be affected by frostbite as well. His nose and every finger on his left hand are absent. They are just charred bits. He kind of looks like Voldemort with a nose and like Captain Hook without a hook. But he is very much just a dwarven, big beard, big red beard, just very much well built. The other figure that is referenced as Storm, appears to be seemingly normal. No frostbite. You don't see any frostbite on this individual, which is pretty cool because it's literally cool because he doesn't have to have ice burns. But you see that even though he has no frostbite, you see that every 30 or seconds or so he'll just quickly glance up at the roof as if something's above him, as if he hears a noise. He just keeps looking up, this weird severe anxiety or fear. He just keeps doing it regardless of anyone talking, as if he's just looking for something always above him. These two individuals, Crux drags Storm out by the nape of the neck into one of the neighboring rooms, where they return moments later with a decent-sized wooden barrel that they're actually having to roll towards you guys. And as they get to you, they stand up, and you see that there is a foaming mug on the side of the barrel, which you guys can... I'm pretty sure Gwendolyn and Gringrom told you that this is the symbol of Clan Battlehammer, which y'all did see earlier at the docks when the dock explosion happened. So you do recognize this as the familiar symbol of the Clan Battlehammer. The lady, Runa, she speaks back up. "Okay, now that the ale is here, who wants a drink? We don't have any cups on us, so we're just gonna roll the barrel around, take a swig from it, just pass drink." But before y'all raise y'all's hands, she grabs the barrel first, and she begins just to pour ale just straight into her mouth, just 3 large gulps, shuts it off, and then she rolls it just to the center of you guys, as you guys are kind of encircling.
So is it a full keg that we have to
Yes.
roll strength rolls to even pick it up?
No,
okay.
no rolls. It's a big keg, but you guys can roll around. The way that this barrel is designed is that it's designed to be rolled by someone smaller.
Okay.
So those larger folks, those weaker folks, y'all can definitely push this around. It's been, the craftsmanship on the barrel design has been streamlined. But yeah, she just rolls it into the middle.
Yeah, I'll step in.
Y'all.
I'll step in and lift it up and guzzle it a little bit.
Yeah, this as you drink this ale, it's it tastes like red pepper flakes.
Nice.
And it entices your nostrils, like opens your nostrils, and you feel this sudden singe of oats and acrid oysters that kind of like mix together on your tongue. It's very weird. And then there's also a hint of some like damp laundry, like some dirty socks. There's some like blackstrap molasses that kind of like hangs on.
I'm just
to
like,
the tip of your tongue.
I'm just like, this has been in this keg quite a while, right?
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. It's nasty, it's strong, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
Ooh, already. Let's go. What is my con?
Good thing you're great at that.
Ooh. Wasn't a good roll though. 6.
All these flavors they mix, they taste. It takes you through this weird like emotional spectrum. You feel happiness, sadness, disgust, and then you swallow it, and then, and it comes back up, and you get to experience all those emotions once again in the reverse order as you taste this ale just begin to be projectile vomited out of your mouth, and it sprays across the floor in front of Huna, and she looks at you. Hell of a try. It's the second drink's always better than the first.
I would assume so now that I know what it tastes like. Yeah.
I'll take a drink.
I'm like, here's what it tastes like, and I repeat it to him.
Yes.
I'm like, so obviously, yeah.
Ooh. I got a 15.
Yeah, you drink this thing. It's nasty. But you find that your constitution holds a little bit stronger than Elazil's, and you do not throw it back up. You thankfully only have to taste it one time and not twice. Yeah, and as she sees you drink this, this dwarven lady, she nods at you. That shit'll put hair on your chest. Let me tell you what. And she like opens her, she opens her blouse a little. You see some little hairs poking out.
I got plenty of that, and I'll kind of pull my armor down a bit.
I would hope so. I mean, yeah, you are a hairy individual.
Yes.
Let's get back to. Did anyone else want to drink? Bird lady, scarf guy. Well, that's weird. Jayla or Cal? Yeah. Okay. She passes you all the keg as well.
Ichabod says that he says, there are some things I just assume not relive.
I don't blame you. Jayla, you taking a drink?
Mm-hmm.
Roll con save. That bad, huh?
No, it's not bad. I just can't see.
She needs those close-up glasses.
I know.
17.
Yeah, just like Lauren, your constitution does hold strong, and you do not throw it up. And just like before, it is very much an emotional spectrum of just tastes. And you are kind of thankful that you don't have to drink it going back out the other way, you know? Fiska, did you decline the drink as well?
Not sure I want any hair on my chest. Get in the way of flying, you know?
Yeah, I understand completely. She says, let's get back to business. I've had my drink, you've had yours, and now that I'm out of the cold, I can talk, I can relax. I'm tired. It's a long ass hike from home. So, us lucky few here are what you would call. I mean, I guess you could say anyone that travels across the wilderness are called survivors. You know, there's so many hardships out there. Usually our days are filled with delivering these sleds of iron ingots from town to town. Usually smith shops. We were coming to one of the local smith shops here as well. We were supposed to. The person that usually brings our cargo to us, meets us at a halfway point, never showed up. It was one of our good companions, Ubak. And we don't know what happened to him. He never made the delivery. And so, I'm sure you guys. Well, what have you guys heard? Have you heard about anything crazy going on? Any kind of explosions or anything like that?
That was awfully specific.
Okay.
We saw explosions.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know how much they told you, but it seems like someone is attacking Clan Battlehammer's trade routes. From our iron ingots to our spices to weapons, all of our routes are being targeted. Now, usually the ones from the smaller cities are fine still, but the bigger cities have been getting hit recently. So East Haven, Bryn Shander, and Targos has all been affected by this delay in goods. Even our ale. You know, people like that. I like it. Other people like it too. But Gwynlyn and Gringrom really thought that you guys had the capabilities to, you know, go out there and help us in this task. Now, are you guys capable? Do you have any skills like tracking, finding, fighting?
I
Yes.
can track really well.
Okay, that's good.
I'll flex.
You look strong.
I'll hold my hand up and just some lightning sparks between my fingers.
Okay, don't know what that is, but okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Ichabod does his little black oily thing between his fingers.
Oh, scarf. Oh, that's
Just
cool.
Just wiggles her fingers.
She looks at you like, okay,
Fine things.
You're
That's
floating.
that's perfect. That's good. That's good. Okay, so, yeah, you know, Hammer Homes, they are dependable. They were part of the clan. They're a big part of the clan. So, would you guys be able to try to, like, you know, maybe track down Ubak? See if you can find the sled out there in the wilderness.
How do you spell
It's
that?
Ubak, it's gonna be Oobok. Ubak.
So close.
Yeah, I thought it'd be with the U.
Yep.
Yeah, his parent when his parents named him. Yeah, when his parents named him, his mom was like really, like during the birthing process, she's like, Ubak, and she kept just saying it over and over again. So they kind of just, the doctor kind of just named him that. So, yeah, it's better than Barthroom though. I can tell you what. But yeah, if you guys are able to, if you can, I don't, you know, if you fail, it's okay. If you succeed, it's okay. This is kind of just a last hope. We don't usually outsource to third parties. When it's a dwarf issue, it's a dwarf issue, but, you know, I guess you guys made a good impression the first time.
Is there anyone specifically? Can you think of anyone specific who would be targeting you?
I have a couple of guesses, but none that I can think of off the top of my head. Like I don't want to incriminate anyone. She rolled really bad on her deception check. You can tell that she's hiding something when she says this. So you pick up on that. All of you kind of pick up on that with your passive insights.
Okay.
She very much is hiding something when you ask that, when she responds. I can't. I mean, there's a couple people probably, but I don't think of anyone that comes to mind right away.
Anything that would help us maybe find Ubak.
Like, where was he last seen?
Well, usually Ubak, he meets us halfway between. Usually our clan is closer towards Kelvin's Cairn, the big mountain. So we meet him halfway so he can turn back and go get more, you know, get more business. So he would have been towards the north. If you leave town and head north, you should run into where he would be, or had been. It's just it's a directional, just a straight shot. I don't know how he messed it up, or I don't know what happened to him, and we didn't see anything on the way back. Usually we come, you know, we'd come down along that route as well, but we didn't see anything. And then Storm, the dwarven guy that keeps looking up, he's like, yeah, we didn't see nothing because there was a dragon out there. I saw it in my eyes. I saw it fly over my head. The lady's like, he saw something and we didn't see it, and he keeps telling us it's a dragon, but we don't.
Well, we saw one, right?
Yeah, he's right. There is a dragon up there.
She's like, huh? Wow.
Someone was right.
Yeah, that Storm guy. He's like, so you've seen it too? Large and terrible and just white. Just holy shit.
It's real. Someone believes me.
Well, that's how we felt when we saw it too. Holy shit was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Haruna now. Yeah, so if you just head north, out of town, you should eventually run into the sled. Usually. Does any of you know you have good navigation skills, right? You can find stuff, you can track stuff, but you have good navigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone know so you know where north is at?
Duh.
Did you point up?
Looking at a map, it's up.
Okay, good. Now, if you come across the sled, if you find Ubak, more so retrieving the sled than anything is important. We need
So
the sled.
Ubak doesn't have to come back?
Well, if there are any dwarf folk still alive, aid them and return them with the missing goods. But it is the wilderness, and things happen. And if he's been dragged off by a yeti, a bear, a bunch of gnolls, anything, you could try to find him. And I would applaud that, but it's the goods that we need delivered. Our business is very much a wishy-washy kind of thing here in Icewind Dale. If one supplier doesn't put out the supplies that they were told they were going to put out, then another one can step in and take over.
Okay.
Ichabod kind of glances at Lorian as he asks, "This sled isn't full of spices, is it?"
No, this is full of iron ingots.
Oh, right.
No, the spice sled that was that got lost. It was headed towards Targos, and we were able to. Someone out there had good connections, and they got in touch with another adventuring party, and they've been tasked to go out there and find the spice sled.
It's the Iron Quartet.
That's the one, actually. Yeah. How'd you know that?
We've heard of them.
Oh, word travels fast. Of good deeds in Icewind Dale, I guess.
So let's just get down to it. How much are you willing to pay?
She looks at you. All right, I'll cut the shit. So of course, as payment, we don't carry gold. Dwarves don't. We like gold. Don't get me wrong. But what we have to offer you are gemstones. Each of these gemstones are worth 50 gold pieces. Each of you will get a gemstone. So everyone earns 50 gold in a sense. She opens her. She sees she has this little sealskin pouch on her around her torso. As she digs in, and you hear there are several gemstones in there, but she pulls out a handful, and you see that she puts them down on the ground, because there's not really like crazy seating arrangements in here. She puts them down on the ground, and you see that there are 2 diamonds.
Of course, there are 50 gold worth diamonds.
2 diamonds. There's 2 bloodstones, and there's 1 sapphire. She continues to. She speaks up again, and as an added bonus, I'm sure the Hammerhomes told you that the friendship of the dwarves in Icewind Dale is very beneficial to those in these hard times. Now, while you were out there looking, I can do my own independent looking. So if you have anything that we can look into as well, this is a mutual trade. I pay you. If you have information that will benefit me when you come back, or you have the goods, then I might have more information, or find a way to get you maybe a discount at this blacksmith. Just as a thank you. And then eventually, maybe you can come to our home, the dwarves' home. You've already helped them homes, and usually once you helped out 2 families within the house, within the clan, you are invited as honorable guests to our home. So that is something else that would be on the table. So do you have anything that I can look into, that we can look into? We know more. We knew more about, more than most about the trade that goes on within each settlement. She grabs a barrel and begins to drink.
Torque's Caravan.
Yeah.
Where the hell are they?
She drinks from her barrel, and she puts it down and wipes her mouth. You see that there is actually. Actually, I want you all to all roll insight checks for me.
Dirty 20.
Perfect.
Dirty 5.
9.
Perfect.
Same.
Perfect.
Have a +1 on insight. Okay. 12.
Okay. Elzo, you're the only one to pick it up. She rolled a 20. You matched the 20 as well. Like she just has a flat roll. She doesn't crit or nothing on that.
Yeah.
So you matched her score. You beat her in that sense. You notice that. Mention of Torque's Caravan, or the name of that, it kind of sends, like, it puts a sour expression on her face for just a second. And she, Torque's Caravan, well, usually they come to town on the 30th in one of the big cities. They were in Bryn Shander last month, and they were in Targos the month before that. So, East Haven's the only one on the docket that I could think of, unless they want a detour, or they want to, upset the schedule. East Haven might be your best bet, but I wouldn't do business with them. The business isn't really, at least within the dwarves, the dwarven home. It's not looked upon as respectable.
It's okay. We're not interested in that. We have something else.
Okay.
Do I gather that the look on her face was basically what she just said, or was there like?
You pick up earlier. You pick up that this expression she. You see that there's more to the story than what she's letting on. That's what that expression that she did.
Yeah.
She told you you could probably estimate or like assume the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Of the dispute, but you were able to pick up with that initial read off on her that there's more to the story that she's withholding from the group.
I'll just speak up and say, is there anything else we should know about Torg?
Can you make a persuasion check?
I can. 16.
I'm not one to slander businesses or anything about that, but Torg's Caravan is just scum. We did business with them in the past, and there was a dispute over some goods. There was some financial discrepancies between our trade and theirs, and some of our clan did not come back alive after doing business with them. This was many years ago, and our relationships have soured. And usually, us dwarves have good pull with their caravans, and usually we can get them to be where we need them to be when we want. But our relationship has been strained over the years from these misunderstandings. Personally, I wouldn't buy shit from them, and I'm inclined to say you should just buy dwarven goods when you're in Icewind Dale, as it is made really well. Except for Black Iron Blades. Don't say I said that. It's a smith in town. Her husband died recently. She's trying to keep up the business, and the weapon she makes just isn't. They seem to break easier than the rest of the equipment out there. But she's trying her best, so it's not her fault. She's,
Bless her heart.
Yeah, and she's probably freaking out because we didn't deliver the ingots on time. So I got to go over there and talk to her as well. Try to smooth out that relationship. But yes.
Well, appreciate the information. It's valuable to know that we need to be a little more wary when approaching.
So when we're done, we just meet here. What do you want to do?
Well, we've been out there for quite a while. I don't think that cask of ale is gonna last too much longer. By the way, we're gonna drink it in about 20 minutes after this meeting's over.
I'll lean in and take another swig, and I'm gonna guide myself on this one.
Yeah, go ahead and make another con save.
It's a 17 this time.
Yeah, you learned from your first experience with it. You aren't taken by surprise by this taste, and you are able to drink it some more. And it is it's warm in your tummy. Your tummy's a little warm. But she Well, we probably run out of L soon. And you know, we do have wounds. We've been in the cold for a long time, nearly a day of travel, which isn't something I like to do or care to do. We are more business people. We don't do the hard labor of delivering stuff anymore. But we're probably going to be at the Temple of the Triad. They offer services to dwarves for free, and they have our 3 gods, our 3 pantheons are there, and we like to. It makes us feel at home. If you don't find us there, you can find us at the North Look, probably drinking away. But usually the temple has a couple of drinks that they hide away just for special occasions. Usually under the beds, as I said. But yeah, that's where we're gonna be. So if you do find the sled, or if you don't find the sled, and I wouldn't spend more than a day or 2 out there. If you're actively adamant about looking for it, if you spend more than a day or 2 out there, I would just give up, honestly. Just bring the bad news back, and I will still pay you, even if the sleds don't come.
So you mentioned Yeti, bears, gnolls, dragon.
Oh my.
Dragon,
Oh my.
yeah. A dragon, and I'll address. That was Storm on that one, right?
Yeah, the guy, he's still looking up at he's like shaking a little bit as he's looking up.
I say, is there anything else we need to worry about out there?
There's owlbears, wolves. I mean, God forbid you see a knucklehead trout that's just on the ice and not in the water. Then that's when you need to run. If you see that, run.
Yeah.
There's too many things to name out there. Those are just the kind of the common.
Okay.
Yetis, I don't think you'll see a yeti. I mean,
So, what do you think actually attacked the caravan? You said you didn't want to speculate earlier, but we are trying to save your compatriot.
well,
So your speculations would be helpful.
I want to say it was just an animal, you know, just the wilderness, you know. But these attacks seem strategic and timed, well timed. Now, if I would be hypothetically, if I wanted to say, I would say that maybe there's a trading caravan or some outside source attempting to put on a strain on the dwarves' routes to take over and to establish their business and their own profit, and eventually push us out of business, starve us out. Now, I'm not saying that anyone in particular is doing that, but that would be something that's something I kind of grab onto, as this seems very much a strategic move. But I could be petty and say Torque's Caravan, but I don't think it's them. They're not big players like that. They don't make decisions like that. Well, they haven't in the past. Unless someone's came along and instilled some sort of information or leadership into them, I don't think that's going to happen. But
So this is me out of game saying this, but
yes.
To you and the group, do we mention, or actually mostly to the group, do we mention the purple dwarves, the Durgar?
We've told their upper people already. I don't know if they've also been informed.
Right, but oh no, yeah, you're right. We did tell them that that's who was at the.
Yeah. We told our friends, and I assume our friends told their bosses or whatever.
Okay, so I
they
mean,
said they were gonna look into it.
if that's the case, I'll just say it out loud. I said, is there any? Do you feel like it might be these Durgar getting involved, or?
It's a possibility, but those Durgar don't like to come out from the dark. They bolster down there in the Underdark, and then I mean.
Right, but we've seen them, but we fought them.
They have, and there have been more rumors about them being spotted throughout by some of our convoys as well. It could be.
Yeah.
Maybe that's them.
Okay.
Maybe they're working with someone. Or maybe
they're
it's another-
working with Torque's Caravan.
I mean, I'm not gonna jump on that. It could be.
You have no reason to believe it's them. You're just saying it could possibly.
I mean,
okay.
it's speculation still.
Sure.
But I mean,
We've found them when they were at the docks in the town to the west. They were there when the explosion. Yes,
yeah.
they were in Targos when the explosion happened. So,
Did you see them actively commit the explosion? Did you see? Is there hard evidence that they actually did it, or was it just a weird fucking?
I mean, they attacked us right after.
Did they say anything?
Message.
He said
There's
something.
a message from someone.
The king.
Did you?
Oh.
Did they engage in that? Did anything happen? What happened? Tell me more. What happened? Like, did you just see them? What happened?
Hold on.
Well, myself and my compatriot, we actually fought one and took them down. They attacked us. We were,
King Zardarok.
yeah.
Yeah, that's who it's called.
King Zardarok sends his regards. Isn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll repeat that. That was the message that we were given before we were attacked.
It was right after the explosion. So, I would. We did.
I'll look at it. I don't know his name. I don't know that individual. But if he claims himself a king, then this may be more than just a coincidence. Maybe this is a play, as well.
Sure.
Yes, your ingots were being offloaded from the ship, I believe. We found them on the docks.
She just kind of like rubs her chin a little bit as she's like deep in thought. I'll bring this up to the High Council. See if the name holds true with any of them, and then if the information is there, I will make sure you are informed. I will make sure they contact you.
Did I miss? Are they based here in Bryn Shander? The three of them?
They are not. They are no. They came. They traveled from.
Oh, okay.
They said something like close to Kelvin's Cairn.
Oh,
traveled
they
from
did.
there.
Yeah, okay. I just wasn't sure if that meant they live there and they're like, the three of them are like based here for some reason. Okay.
What I got is Kelvin and Karen was halfway to there because that's where they met the guy. That's what they said. There's halfway to this. So if you do a little bit of, you could probably find where they live.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do we have all we need? Or
Yeah. Do you guys need anything? Do you have any like? Do you have the gear that you need or anything like that? We have these picks and we can give you our clothes for the moment, but we don't have any.
they wouldn't fit.
I mean, you could get in there and try. I mean, but okay.
It's a weird fantasy.
She just winks at you.
I'll just say, I think we're good on clothing.
Wait, if I remember correctly, Ichabod, do you have climbing stuff and all that? And
I do not have climbing stuff.
Oh, I thought there was one thing where Jacob basically said, "No, you guys have it all." Like,
No, you'll have cold weather gear, cold weather clothing.
Right.
no, I
gave
thought
you the
that
option
was
to buy
also
ice pittons and stuff.
yeah.
No, I gave you all the option to buy pittons and all that, like pittons and all that.
You mean at the beginning or during one of the sessions? I swear during one of the sessions there was like.
It was Emily. Emily was asking about her pack. You had like a pack or something, right? Pretty sure.
well, I think it might have been me, cause
Oh.
I said I wouldn't have bought of something if I needed something else.
Yeah, I thought we came to the conclusion that there was a misunderstanding about what climbing gear we needed, and so you
okay,
said,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
you said, "Oh, you guys have it. You guys are good." Yeah.
You guys are good. I mean, you have enough for like simple climbing. If you want, like, if you're gonna do like hard climbing, you're probably gonna stock up some more. But
Don't worry, we got a ladder.
fuck your ladder.
Yeah, I mended it, so it's all good now.
It's still good, yeah. Speaking of that, the lady's like, where do you keep your ladder at, Dory?
It's folded. It's folded up. So
It's just like on your back.
yeah.
She just looks at it. I kind of like, what the fuck?
Draw even more attention to us. Like, we're the group that carries a
Um,
ladder around.
But yeah, she's just well,
We're
you
just a
guys are
step up.
that you guys are well equipped to do this job. She picks the gems back up and puts them back in her pouch. These will obviously be given to you when you come back. I will.
We could use a sled and an axe beaks if those are provided.
She looks at the other two dwarves, shakes her head.
Well, you're.
It's best to be on the low when you're, for us at least. It's not best for us to just be making a breakneck pace because, we are small. Things will pull us off our sleds.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to use a sled and axe beaks, there's stables, I'm sure, in town somewhere. Good luck.
I'm ready to go.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
We'll see you soon.
What do you mean, good luck to me? I'm not gonna. Okay, thank you.
Well, I mean, I think he means good luck on your own quests and endeavors.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. This L's just.
Enjoy the next.
Sure.
24
No, I
hours.
get it.
She farts a little bit.
I'm gonna leave.
The other two dwarves help. They move the door out of the way so you can exit the building. But yeah, you guys have left, or did everybody leave?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys have left them to drink their bitter beer ale, or whatever the hell they were serving. And you have made your way outside of the establishment. You are still within Bryn Shander, with the direction of which way to go, and pretty much that's about it.
What time is it?
Right now, it's about, because y'all picked up the tan crack hat hide at 12. It's pushing like 12:45, 1. It's not anything like, or it's like 1:15, because it took you a couple minutes to get to the place. So 1:15.
What?
Okay. Sorry, I have one more question. Would I know I can't really see, technically, but I would like us to have a map. So, would I know of where to get one?
There are stores in town that do sell maps and all that, but you guys do have a map already from the buried treasure in Bremen. She gave you the old map that.
Who has that?
Dear God, if I know, but I have it right here for you. I have a scene for you.
How far was their meeting point? Like a day or two away from us, or is it within a day? Or
That's why.
Well,
I want the
they
map.
said don't spend more than 2 days out there, so it's got to be fairly
A day or
close.
two. Yeah, because she even said, like, if you don't see anything in a day or two, just come back.
Yeah.
we're quitters though. We can find them.
There
Kept
should be
it anyway, so.
So in Discord there is a maps channel. There is a map of Icewind Dale in there.
Oh yeah.
It does show the Dwarven Valley on there. The Dwarven Valley, that's like old Dwarven Valley. It extends further than that in Icewind Dale. So if you see that on the map, don't assume.
That's where they live. Oh.
It's where they used to live at one point, but things happen.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we leave to where they directed us.
I'll lead.
You're leading the way.
I cast guidance.
Yay!
He's just recasting.
And I
constantly.
already have advantage on navigating, so.
Okay, so you guys, go ahead and roll me a survival check for me.
Everybody, or just Star?
Just the leader of the
Sure.
expedition.
of the pack.
Damn right I am. Okay. Oh,
That's
with my
Karen.
D4.
And Bryn Shander.
Excuse me.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you guys leave Bryn Shander through its northern gate. And you have the road that goes a little bit, and then it just kind of fades out into just the open wilderness. And as you make your way out of the town, you do pass by the North Look, as it is located like right by the northern gate. And you get about what feels like maybe 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours out into the snow. It's cold. It's it's miserable, and you have a good sense that you've been keeping track of the time, but as kind of the sun and how it's affected by this Oral's wrath, it's kind of hard to kind of get that appropriate estimate on what time it still is or anything like that. But as you are traveling, there's two things I want to remind you about as you are traveling. And as you're pushing further, you do see that the small outline of Kelvin's Cairn does get bigger as you approach. So you know you're going in an appropriate direction. So you do know you're advancing, because as you're out here, time can get kind of wonky. You can get turned around, but you have Kelvin's Cairn to kind of like guide you on your path. And the second thing to kind of remind you of is that as you are pushing further into the wilderness, you do get that sense that that it feels like, you know, fatigue will happen eventually. Like, you're reminded that as you're fighting against the elements, that every fiber in every muscle fiber is, you know, actively working. And you do realize that if you go for, you know, a long time, you will be fatigued. It's not something you're not used to, as you do experience it on the way towards Kelvin Cairn and back from Kelvin's Cairn the first time. And those of you that are out, those people that live outside of Icewind Dale this would be unbearable, as, you know, the weather is just, it's horrible. But you are all kind of accustomed to Oral's domain, as they say, at this point.
I got fur.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But yeah, you are pushing successfully for 3 hours, 4 hours, about 5 hours. You can roughly estimate, and you are making a good pace. There's nothing. Actually, give me some perception checks, everybody. Let's see if y'all see anything.
Hell yeah!
Y'all's actual pushing.
13.
Pretty good. I got 16.
8.
13.
Not 25.
10.
Okay, so who was the highest? It was 13 and what? Was it
16.
13, 16? Yeah, the rest of you guys are kind of focused on... Jayla, you're more so focused on directional lead.
She can't see very far.
Yeah. The rest of you guys, you are... It's not a very eventful... Like, this journey isn't eventful. You don't see anything that's sticking out. You don't see no sleds, no, you know, Dwarven shadows in the air. Ichabod, I think you... What was your roll again?
8.
Yeah, which you're not seeing any kind of smoke trails or anything that kind of, like, you know, help guide you a little bit here and there. It's very much just you and your companions pushing forward. You don't see any animals or any of that, you know, the usual wilderness sights. But you guys are kind of peacefully traveling, for the most part. And around the 5th hour mark is whenever you see some stuff begins to change around you. So the wind starts to pick up a little bit. The snow begins to fall faster. And, you know, this isn't an uncommon experience in Icewind Dale. It's still kind of uncommon to you, as you guys find yourself kind of thrust into this blizzard, as there are... it's just a flurry of snow just spinning around you. There are, you know, there's a cacophony of just storm, like thunder and lightning off in the distance that's so far away. But it is just loud. You hear this lightning in the distance strike down, shattering ice. Far in the distance, that makes this cracking noise that can be heard throughout the entire wilderness. But the winds pick up, and it makes everything deafening. It's very hard to hear, and it's hard to even see. Jayla, it's hard for you to see because you're blind. But for the rest of you guys,
True.
your guys' visibility has been reduced by several white, thick walls of just snow flurries that are just hard to see through. Each of you can only realistically make out about maybe a good 20 feet ahead of you. And
Could I use my nose instead of my eyes?
you also have any kind of perception check. You also have disadvantage because the wind is just so ferocious.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, so as blizzards work in this campaign, you will have. Let me read it for y'all. So perception checks that rely on hearing are a disadvantage. Hearing's reduced by 100 feet. This is just a bunch of stuff. Visibility is reduced to 20 feet. If you're concentrating on a spell in a blizzard, you have to make a DC 10 Constitution save at the end of your turn, or you lose concentration.
Wow.
It's pretty bad. I will say, as this blizzard hits you all kind of buffets you. Jayla, I need you to make another survival check for me.
So it would just be regular? It would, because I have a natural advantage.
This is just survival, yeah. You can, if you have advantage on survival checks, you can roll advantage on it. It's different from perception. This is like just maintaining your path, is what this is. Like, you're still able to try to stay on route, is what this is to see.
I'll go with the first one. Oh man, no guidance. Okay. 16.
Yeah, you barely just passed it. Okay, so you don't get distracted or you don't get disoriented by the way that this blizzard has picked up around you. You feel very much like you're on the right track, so you're still headed north. You feel that if you had failed slightly or by a couple, like by 5 or more, that you would have lost your companions or lost direction. As this blizzard is just very disoriented, so you are successful in keeping the group together.
I also have a question. Since I've lived here a long time, and I've been around like the blizzards here, would I know if this is like one of the ones we shouldn't go through, or if we should like camp down? Like, would I know to do that?
You and Fiska know that whenever there's a blizzard, it's always probably better to hunker down, set up a shelter, try to stay warm. You can't really distinguish whether or not this is a good blizzard, bad blizzard. All blizzards are bad. All blizzards suck. So you very much have that thought process where like you probably should hunker down, see what happens, or just push through.
Okay, I'm gonna like stop the group and I'm like, hey, Armed Public, hey!
Yeah, I was gonna say, speak up. I can't hear you.
We should hunker down.
Hunker down.
It's
Where?
probably gonna get worse. Let's
Where?
just make an igloo. I don't know.
How many?
I can't see.
How many tents do we have? I have one.
I have one, I believe.
So those are 2-person tents.
Oh yeah, because me and Fiska shared one already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have 2. I remember I bought one more because we needed one more. So I have 2-person tents.
Yeah, so I'll just suggest, well, I mean, we could use our tents. I don't know if we do that out in the open or if we...
This might not be real in, like, how they do it, but do you think, like, if we built, like, a wall of snow as, like, a windbreak?
The wind's kind of blowing from all directions in a blizzard, right?
Just, like, all around us. I don't know. I'm not around snow much. I'm from Texas.
Yeah, we gotta have a professional Canadian.
You're the professional, the resident Canadian.
Well, the Canadian out of game would say snow drifts in blizzards, and so it would all just blow on top of us. So
Okay,
even if we
never mind.
pitch tents, we may be buried in the morning.
That means we'd be warm.
So-
Correct. It will insulate us, but it might also cave our tents in. So, but it's our best protection, and hopefully, if the snow collapses on us, we at least wake up
We could
and try to climb out.
We could keep going and just look for better cover than.
Well, that's what I was wondering. At least like up against a cliff or
Okay.
We could just keep it going for a little bit, see if we can find anything.
Is there like
Okay.
anything feet in the distance, like at all?
Beyond the 20-foot area, you don't see anything. You see just a white wall of just snow, just unstoppable force.
How far is that move?
So no.
10 feet.
I mean, we can like slowly push forward and see if we can find better, but I would say give it like maybe like 30 more minutes,
Yeah.
maybe an hour, and see. But then after that, I was just like, let's just risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Jacob, I don't know how you would rule this, but Elazal would walk alongside Jayla and cast Gust every once in a while just to push the snow a little bit further away so we have a little bit more visibility directly in front of us. That's what I would want to try to do anyway.
Let me read the spell real quick.
Mm-hmm. Didn't say anything about pushing snow, but it does have a range of 30 feet.
It says you create a small blast of air capable of moving one object that is neither held nor carried. That weighs no more than 5 pounds. I'm going to say that just because the sheer strength of the wind that's blowing against you, any kind of attempt would just be kind of nullified just by the attempt of it. Just because these winds are so fierce and so violent, it's yeah.
Okay.
But it's a good thought process. I like that. If you didn't have inspiration, I'd give you it because it's a good thought. But
Okay, then I guess I would
Great.
like keep an eye out for a place to camp. And then I guess we push forward, taking our time,
Okay.
because I don't want to risk losing anyone.
Yeah, I will still walk alongside her and just be deadly focused on that. I'll cast guidance on myself, and however often you want me to roll perception checks, I will do that.
Yeah.
Because I think guidance lasts for, is it an hour or 10 minutes? Oh, just 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. 10
Yeah.
rounds.
But, I mean, I can keep
It's a
casting
cantrip,
it,
so you
so...
can keep casting it over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how far are you going to attempt to?
How far have we
So,
gone so far? 5 hours? 6 hours?
You guys have been traveling for 5 hours. You know, around the 8-hour mark, it's kind of when you got to bunker down and take a short rest because of the exhaustion. But how far are you? The blizzard just hit on the 5th hour mark. So how far are you gonna try to go before I make you make a check? Are you gonna go an hour, 2 hours?
Well, I was gonna do 30 minutes, and if we
Okay.
didn't find anything, maybe another 30 minutes, and then just say,
Okay.
we gotta do it in the middle of snow.
Yeah. So I'll say Elizil and Jayla, on your y'all can both make a perception check. It's gonna be it. What do you want to do? Why are you making that face?
Cause
It's gonna be at disadvantage because it's the blizzard.
Oh.
But go ahead and make it. I would say go ahead and make it.
I'm
for...
gonna use my inspiration if it's at disadvantage.
Okay, perfect. It's just normal roll.
And... What was it? Perception?
Yes.
19.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to pick a dice.
Oh yeah, that was
I rolled 11 plus 4 plus another 4 on my guidance.
nice.
Oh my gosh, this is okay. Oh, that's pretty good.
Trying to figure out what your dice says.
Well, it's a gray dice with like black numbers, so it's really hard to see.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm not good at math. 21.
Those are good rolls.
22. 22. Sorry.
Yeah, as you guys are slowly pushing through this blizzard, you go about 30 minutes of travel, which you said. You go about 30 minutes. You're not seeing much. You are seeing, you're seeing small, small clumps of rocks, but nothing too great to, protect yourself from these harsh elements. But as you guys get to the 30-minute mark, you're pretty much just seeing small rocks, and you occasionally see some rocks get thrown around, by the wind. But no kind of shelter is taking shape as you are pushing forward. Did you want to keep advancing another 30 minutes, or did you want to hunker down?
I'd do another 30.
Yeah, I would do another 30 minutes.
All right, go ahead and roll another check.
Oh shit.
Disadvantage on it.
That is 15.
Hey, LOZL.
Yeah.
You looked, you didn't see anything?
What?
Right? You didn't see. Hold on. I will let him look first.
After the first half hour, you mean?
No, I'm gonna let you look first, and if he says, nope, you don't see anything, then I'm like, hey, do that thing you do.
Oh,
Then
I
gonna ask you for guidance.
assumed these checks were for over the half an hour.
Yes.
So we're
Yeah.
making them at the beginning of the half an hour.
Yes.
So I can't cast guidance on myself and you to last a half an hour.
These checks are the whole time you're doing.
Oh, it's the whole time. Okay.
So he's
Yes.
he's gonna keep casting guidance on himself the
Who?
whole time because it's only a minute, unless he actively just wants to say, "Here, have guidance." But yeah,
That was balls. So close to being good. 5.
Yeah, and I got a 15.
okay. Jayla, this check is hard for you to do. You're kind of getting disoriented.
I'm
and
blind.
Yes, you are. Elzel, at this moment, you're pushing. It's still kind of unbarren. You see, there are a couple like twig-sized, there's some trees, but they're like scrawny trees. Also, why do I not have the right scene open? What's happening? Who let me do this? It's like that,
Oh, nice.
but darker, windier. Yeah, I don't have an animation one for that. Yeah, you're still pushing through, and about that hour mark, I'm gonna actually ask Elazel to roll a survival check for me. After you have traveled in a blizzard for an hour, and you risk getting steered off course or lost.
I thought I would still be.
You were leading
tracking.
earlier, but he rolled a better perception check than you, so I'm saying he's
Is it
guiding
straight
you
or
at this point.
disadvantage?
Straight.
Okay, so 15.
Yeah,
Nice.
you guys are still clumped up together. You just passed the check out of 15. Yeah, so at the end of the first hour, you don't see. Elza, you're not seeing anything too crazy. And after being in an hour in this blizzard, all of you guys automatically succeed. The extreme cold effects because of y'all's cold weather clothing. If you
Nice.
guys push another hour, there will be a check associated with getting a point of exhaustion or not. So about that hour mark, you don't see anything that's really too crazy. But I will say, Elzo, you do notice that it seems as if the wind is lightening a little bit.
Okay.
It
So
seems as if it's not, as bad.
I'll mention that, and I will have said, like, nearing the end of that half an hour, if there was a tree in the area, I would say, that might be a good place to pitch our tents and try to, like, tie them to the tree. That way they have less of a chance to blow away. Just something to anchor it, right? I know we will anchor it. Actually, how do these tents work in D&D? Like, is there a bottom to them, or are they just like a tarp? Yeah. Because I was gonna say, yeah.
How do you describe the tent to me?
Okay, I was gonna say, I mean,
Edition 10.
yeah, our bodies will anchor them. They're not like gonna blow away because they're underneath us, but just extra.
It's a tent.
Yeah.
It's not a Harry Potter tent, sadly, but
Right.
it is a tent.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, I will say, but the wind is getting a little lighter. But that, I mean, I'm not too familiar with blizzards. I don't know if that means we're in a bit of a lull and it'll get worse, or it's getting late at this point, right? Like this would be 6
About this time
in the
it would be
winter?
about 6:37.
Yeah, so it's getting dark.
So it's about that point where the sun it's pretty much almost pitch black outside.
Yeah. So, vote? I don't know. Do we just want? Are we stopping?
Yeah, let's just stop. If we ain't find nothing by now, then it's not worth it going
And-
any further.
We just stop before we hit gold. Crazy.
I'll just say I know there's probably a temptation to, light a fire to keep warm, but we have 2 cragcat pelts that we can make use of. So I know there's
Also, body heat is very good.
right. One of us is going to be alone in a tent, and honestly, I will take alone in a tent. You guys can have.
I can be alone in a tent.
No, I'll be alone in a tent.
Well, he likes
Oh,
the cold. Eliza
I-
likes the cold, so.
I prefer.
Oh, so do I.
Well,
Come on, it's got a scarf.
okay. If you don't want to be alone.
I'm just trying to think. Do I take one of the pelts though? Because I have no extra body heat, or you know what? You guys take the pelts, and I'll take a tent alone. We'll see what happens.
Don't die.
Well, if I feel like I'm starting to die, I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Like a plan.
Fiska, are we sharing a tent again?
Oh yeah. Fiska's
Okay.
like fully poofed up and her neck is fully retracted and she's like, don't worry, I'll keep you warm.
It's like a turtle.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
I'll
you
give,
guys are setting up the tents.
I'll give pelts to each of you once the tents are set up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys successfully get these tents up. You thankfully with the tree, as suggested by Elzo, that you guys are able to tie it down, so it's a little bit easier to keep them stationary in these harsh winds. But you guys do get in these tents. You do bundle up, and about an hour goes by, and the blizzard does die down after that hour.
Mm.
You
So
feel
we
as
get
if you are lucky that this was a very short blizzard. Usually some blizzards can last anywhere from 2 hours to 8 hours, and thankfully you got one that was very short.
Yeah.
So,
Thank goodness.
so we could keep going.
It's about, yeah, so you have, basically you just took a short rest, technically. If you
Nice.
think about it, y'all took a short rest. So you could keep pushing. It is dark right now.
I
God,
can
the
see.
I
Bob can
think
see. Yep.
I can see real well.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, if I assume we'd all realize that it died down because it got quiet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have dark vision. We could keep going for an hour or two.
That's what I was wondering. Like, do we push it? Do we keep pushing, or?
I think if we're feeling okay, we could go for a little bit more.
I mean,
Yeah.
we just got to rest, right?
Think about Ubok. He might be
Yeah.
out there scared and hurt.
I haven't
yeah.
stopped thinking about Ichabod. It's just
How, DM, how would I, with my knowledge and traveling through Icewind Dale
Yes.
for
Yes.
20 some years,
Old.
would Minotaurs live up to 150 years, so
All that.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, yes.
so would I think it's smart, or do I think like, we might lose someone if we keep going, or we could get, will be worse for wears if we keep going, and it would be a risk that one of us could get hurt. If that makes sense, you know,
Yeah.
like
You would know that since the blizzard has died down, you don't have to worry about getting lost or separated from one another or getting turned around. So that aspect of it's gone. You do know that traveling at night does warrant its own
it's like a higher
Dangerous.
risk.
there's
Yeah.
higher risk dangers, but I mean it's kind of up to you guys, honestly. You could keep pushing, knowing that it's the wilderness, it's dangerous already. But pushing at night, there are creatures that come in at night that are a little bit different than those in the day.
Oh, my thing is like, I
True.
what
also,
I'm
And also at this time, it's pitch black outside. There's no aurora borealis in the sky. There's no stars. It is a sheet of darkness across. It is truly just
There's
dark.
no moon?
No.
Really?
Oh wait, there is a moon because it's about to be a full moon, but you can't see the moon. There's a moon, but you can't see it right now.
You can't see it? Oh, so it's like the...
Right now you can't.
Not
see
in the sky.
The
Yes,
moon
not
is
yet.
gone.
then I guess I would just say
Carl stole it.
There's clouds in front of it or something.
Sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would just say that we can keep going, but there's dangerous things that lurk, and I'd rather us be fully functioning than going into something rugged and beat up.
Yeah,
Oh.
I glanced back at the tents. So we were in the tents for an hour? Is that right?
Yeah, it wasn't that long. It
So
was
how
hours, which I was-
how much with the wind blowing around were the tents like covered by like drifts and stuff like that? Like are they like highly obscured now or slightly obscured or cuz what I sorry, go ahead.
There you go. You finish. You go.
I was just going to say what I would say was if our tents are a little bit hidden, then we have a much less chance of being spotted in the middle of the night if we stay here now.
Yeah, so your tents themselves, they're a bit more obscure than before. The snow has packed onto it. Elzo, you feel as if you were in the tent, in the snow. Thankfully, that was a weaker blizzard. But if you were in there long enough, then there probably would have been a tent collapse or some sort of like snow-related problem.
Yeah.
But you are pretty confident they are well hidden from, It's been extra. There's extra camouflage. Now the snow's been packed onto it.
I mean, I guess we just probably take a vote. I mean, who wants to keep traveling in the dark? Who all has night vision? I have night vision.
I can see.
Fiska does not, so if
I
there
can
is
see.
truly like no light, like not even the snow like reflecting off the moon, Fiska's just gonna be like, I can't see shit. I'm not going anywhere.
And Jayla can see with
Oh.
the usual means, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can
She can see about as well as she can see normally. So
invisible people 10 feet around me.
I mean, you guys are all around in jail. You see all of them pretty clearly since they're 10 feet
Yeah,
around you.
yeah, I can
except
see
if I go
everyone.
11 feet away.
And Ichabod, do you have dark vision?
I have devil's sight, so I can see 120 feet.
Oh,
He
fuck.
has all-seeing eyes. He can see
Even if
everything.
even if it's magical
Terrifying.
darkness.
Yeah, his eyes they open up. His scarf adds to his vision.
So
That's
Very spooky.
I'll basically just say, I suppose the question is do we want to fight things in the dark or during the day?
During the day.
I'd rather see if we could go further. The last time we waited, someone died.
Right.
And again, if we're all beaten up, what's the point of going
Are we
if
beaten
we're
up?
all dead?
No, we're not.
No, I'm just saying, like, we could get, like, exhausted, and going into the battle, we'd have disadvantage and stuff like that. I'm thinking, like,
We take a rest immediately after, even if we get exhausted. So we'd lose exhaustion.
Well, and the exhaustion is only from the blizzard, right?
There's no blizzard.
no,
Right.
it's from the traveling, right?
If you
Oh,
guys travel
what-
about 8 hours without a rest, you will take a point of exhaustion.
Right. I feel like we would stop before exhaustion would hit, right?
And you
How
guys
mu-
wouldn't. You guys, depending on how far you go, the long rest. If you're gonna take a long rest, because if you don't take a long rest, you take a point of exhaustion. So
Right. How
Yeah,
much?
I'm not-
How much longer do we have before we hit exhaustion?
Like 2 hours.
well, you
right?
guys just took a short rest. So y'all's like exhaustion thing kind of reset. So you can travel another 8 hours, but you won't. It'll be the morning time, and you will have pretty much
Sure.
kind of already in a way that you have exhaustion regardless at this point.
And Fiska can't see.
Well, it's only what? What
It's
time
like
is it?
8
Only
o'clock.
8 or
six.
9.
So
8
I-
o'clock.
We can travel for another 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, well, tent set up already. Fiska doesn't want to go. I don't want to go.
Well, I was about to say. I mean, it's
So-
not going to be like we have to take the time to take the tents down. We can't just leave them here. So there's knocking the snow off, packing them up. I mean, it's just something to consider.
And I realize you want to get there fast to help out this Ubok guy, but then again, like I said, if we're hurt or
Are we
any
hurt right
condition
now?
other
Yeah.
than let me finish, please. Any other condition, then what would be the point if we're not at our best?
Well,
He's a dwarf. He's made this path.
I think what
plenty of times.
Lorian's trying to say is we currently are at our best, and we could travel a little bit longer. The only downside is Fiska can't see. The rest of us are good, vision-wise.
She didn't see when she killed the troll.
It is also highly effective in the dark somehow. However,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
but I turn to Lorian and I say,
can't
like I said,
remember.
like I said, we do have to take the time to take the tents down, and they're already obscured by the snow, so we have that going for us to hide from any threats. And we wouldn't be traveling very long anyway before we have to rest for the night, so we'd basically get an hour before we need to rest, so we can start at daybreak.
Let's go.
Wait, hold on. Is Lorian rolling his eyes, or is Tyler rolling his eyes?
I'm down with whatever, dude.
Okay. I'm devil's advocate here. I see both sides. That's all I'm trying to do here. I'm saying we will get 1 more hour of travel. So that's basically 1 more hour of whether or not this person may or may not, we may not get there in time. So if we get there and he's only been dead an hour, fuck us. But I feel like that's going to happen to us a lot on this journey.
Well, the thing is, if we go 1 more hour and we find him. But if we sleep, he's going to be dead. He's going to be alive for 8 hours. He'd be dead for 8 hours, effectively.
I mean,
But-
that's hoping that we find him in the next hour.
She never said we had to bring him back alive.
Are there any prints around here? I wouldn't imagine with the blizzard.
You don't see any prints around.
Is that Star or Jayla saying that?
That's Jayla's thinking,
Oh.
but that was Star saying.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we can rest.
Okay. I mean, I think it wise, and Lorian, I understand. We've lost how many people so far, and one to our own lack of haste, but yeah, we're not gonna get much further.
It's fine. We can
All right,
Nighty-night.
let's sleep.
All right.
Ichabod, you're with Lorian. Fiska's with me.
sleep. Do I have to sleep with them?
Well, no, it's beside,
we
not
can't
with.
have to.
We can't have 2 big people sleeping next to each
Well,
other.
can't
Me and
Elidol and
Fiska's
Ichabod
already.
sleep together?
Well, here's a question for the DM. How did I
Yes.
fare? How did I fare by myself over that hour in my tent during a blizzard?
You feel right now. It sucked. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
But you probably get the sense that maybe it didn't affect you as bad as the other individuals that you're traveling with.
Okay.
But you still felt the cold. You know, as
Yeah.
of now, you still felt the cold. But who's to say later on that, you know, that doesn't change?
Right.
That makes sense.
I just turned to Lori and I'm like, how about this? I will continue to sleep alone tonight, and then tomorrow night, we can switch. I just say I've been fine so far, alone in a tent. So.
No, I can sleep alone tonight.
Wait. How do both of us sleep
how
alone?
How are you gonna do that?
Well, I would just prefer to do that.
Well, then where's
That was
Ichabod gonna
out.
sleep?
Yeah, I'll just be like, okay.
He
I
doesn't
guess.
like me.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess Ichabod come in my tent. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I'm literally offering body heat to a person and they're rejecting it. But sure.
I mean, we could probably fit Ichabod too. He's kind of small.
Is he? How tall is he?
6 foot.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
Like,
he's
you
a-
know,
he's
you
a
feel like
big
you
guy.
gotta be kind of skinny, right? You gotta,
Yeah,
like,
he's thin. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I just don't see the point when we have 3 2-person tents, but okay.
He just struts over to Ella's house tent.
Yeah.
I just gesture him inside the tent.
Who's gonna? How are we taking watch?
Tell me.
I'll take first watch since it's pitch black.
Okay, yeah.
We could probably.
I guess we. Yeah.
Because we know now, like, Jacob, we know now that there were the 3 different phases during the night, or was that out
Yes.
of game? Okay.
No, you guys have. I think you guys have seen that at this point. You've put that together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
I'll just say, Fiska, it's probably best for you to do third if you're gonna do a watch. Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
How about we just do it by tent?
Yeah.
There's 3 watches, right?
Sure.
I was.
So what was that?
Hey,
the
Ichabod.
trouble- the prob-
No, that makes
problem-
sense. It's pitch black and Ichabod can see up to 120 feet, so.
Yeah, but if it's Fiska Jayla, they both can't see in the dark.
No, but there's
I-
northern lights,
Oh,
right?
They're doing the last. one
Yeah, yeah.
first. Right.
I
okay.
can't see in general, so
Yeah.
I do a pretty good job of sensing what I'm
All right.
doing.
What's the watch? What's the watch order?
So Elazal Ichabod first, then Lorian, then
Second.
Fiska Jayla.
Let's go. Okay,
Yeah.
Elza Ichabod. You guys have all slumbered. You've nestled down into y'all slumber. Ichabod, Elazel, go ahead and roll me some perception checks.
Guidance.
Normal rolls. Normal rolls.
Good lord. I rolled a 1.
Ooh, what's up? Natural 20 plus 2 plus 3,
Nice.
25. It's a 25, Jacob.
Okay, Ichabod, with your nat 1, your dark vision seems to be just not helping you in the moment.
I see lots of dark.
You see out there in the regions, but you don't see anything crazy. You're kind of just like,
That's a lot of snow.
Oh, wait, it's a 26, Jacob.
nice. You're like kicking snow around like I'm bored. That's what you're think about. You're like twisting. You're like playing with your scarf a little bit. Elzel, what's your 26?
See nothing.
You
There's nothing to see. And you see it clearly.
you see like a speck far off, too high, too far for. Actually, you see it for like the briefest second because you still have dark vision, but you don't have like.
No,
It ain't
yeah.
that fucking
60
far. You
feet,
ain't that
yeah.
fucking far, yeah. You think for probably the briefest a second that you see something, a speck size something. Like you look up across the, like in front, like you see the moon. You look up at this time the moon's visible now, and you looks like you see like some sort of like black dot just like across the moon's surface. That's what you see with that with your just basic eyes without like any kind of telescope or anything. That's what you see.
So it was just dark, right? There was no like light associated with it, like
You
no
didn't
like
see- there- it
torch
just
or
looks
like.
yeah, it looks like just like you see like a black dot,
Okay.
just like fast fly. Like the only reason you're able to see it is because you look at the moon at a certain time.
Yeah.
And you see it just like rapidly just
It's like
like a blink. Like you blink your eyes, it's kind of like that,
like E.T. and Elliot crossing the moon
Yes.
at night.
but a lot faster than them.
Yeah. I don't know. They
That's
were
where
going
that-
pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, that and with the 26 you see, you see your companion sleeping. You don't see any animals or anything like that, but just for that briefest a second, you saw something traveling fast.
I turn.
Potentially thousands of feet, or 500,000, really high up there. You saw something really fast, really quick.
I turn to Ichabod and I'm like, I saw something, but it was really far away. It was like dust crossed my eye, but it was something. So I don't know what that means. Just keeping you posted.
Thanks. You give him a little golf clap.
Yeah, but with that, the first watch comes to an end. Warren, you are woken up. It's your watch. It's time for your watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Hey, wake up! You gotta wake up.
I rest my hand on his shoulder and I say, what's a good thing to say when you're passing out? Like, it's very socially awkward. Like, good luck, and you get guidance.
Okay. I would. By the way, just to mention, I would take my war pick in with me. I'm not leaving it out in the open. But yeah, I'll say thanks, and then I'll go out and make my roll.
Yeah, you go ahead and roll your perception check.
I'll use my inspiration.
For sure. And as you go to look, your amulet kind of glows a little bit, and it's like, you can do this, pal. You got this. You feel a little bit more assured.
I'll touch my amulet. I'll be like, thank you. Cheer up a little bit.
Yep.
Don't cry. Don't let them see you cry. Do I get to roll with his D4?
No.
Okay. I got a.
Oh, with the guidance? Yeah, you get to roll the guidance.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about some other. I was like, what? No.
I got 22.
Yeah. Very
I
much
would have
so.
gotten a 19 without it. So.
Yeah, you see that there are the beginnings of shimmering lights in the sky above you. It's the darkness is beginning to rise a little bit. You don't see any kind of animals, creatures, anything around you currently that looks threatening. You see a couple bunnies here and there hopping around. But the only thing that you see is that the Aurora Borealis is beginning to take shape as these dazzling, twinkling lights are beginning to form above you. You don't see anything else on your watch, though.
I'll wake up the
Third party?
the girls. Yeah.
Yep.
Women.
Gal pals.
You guys are stirred awake for y'all's watch. Go ahead and make y'all's perception checks.
11.
21.
Kind of looks like this right now. Yeah, you guys see that the everything. Oh, I just hit my microphone. The sky is lit. It's beautiful, pristine. It's almost breathtaking how beautiful it is out here. You don't see any animals. Don't see anything crazy. No monsters. No bad guys. You see somebody in the distance with a gun. Just kidding. You don't see anything on y'all's. Yeah. That's a big cow. That's a big bird too. You guys don't see anything too crazy on y'all's watching. Your watch eventually does come to an end, and you guys are. It's morning time now. You guys are stirred. Everyone at this point is kind of stirred awake. You're back in that scene. You are very much just out here in the wilderness now. Wide awake. You can all take a long rest on your character sheets as you are at a new day.
I'm going to, so when I wake up, I sit up, I do my, meditation thing. But I'm gonna peek out the tent. Is there still snow on the top of it?
By this time, the snow has been slightly disturbed and blown off, so no,
There's nothing left? Is there snow on any of the tents? It's blown off all of them. I wanted to test something for future reference.
There's one tent that has a smidge of snow still on it, yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to bother whoever's in it. So once they're out, I want to pop into it and just kind of knock on the roof of the tent to see if the snow comes up.
Yeah, it goes.
Okay.
Falls down.
So I'll just turn to everyone and say, so for future blizzards, just do that every hour or two. And they probably won't collapse on you.
The
Okay.
wind blows. The more you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We should get back on the path, or wherever.
Yes.
I
North.
will lead the way.
Are we just eating rations at this point? We're not like cooking. We're not.
I would assume you guys are eating rations.
Yeah.
Y'all would have
love
left.
rations.
I think y'all left. Y'all need to eat rations this morning because y'all ate at the North Look. Y'all are fine last
Okay.
night, so y'all eat like one ration this morning.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna like nickel and dime you on it. Eventually, you know, when there's like longer treks in the wilderness, like in the further on the campaign, that's when I'll be kind of a bitch about it. I'll be bitching about it. But
So I shouldn't subtract it from my ration count.
you still subtract right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not
Okay.
gonna be on y'all's asses until later in the campaign.
Okay.
I guess I need to make a ration. I didn't know I was supposed to keep a track of that.
It's okay. We start right now. Perfectly fine.
How many do I have?
How many do you have? It's in your
What,
inventory.
It's not in my inventory.
Well,
don't
I
have-
bought
I don't.
I bought
I
the
don't-
adventuring gear, and it comes with 10 rations. So
Yeah.
Me too.
Let's just say you have 10 rations. Oh shit, drop my pen. Let's just say you have 10 rations. You have 9 now.
I have the explorer's pack. What's in that? Let me see.
I
probably a
assume
map in there.
rations. Yeah.
If I'm an explorer, I mean, for crying out loud. Explorer's pack. Where are you? Yes, 10 of them.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and mark one ration off. As you guys eat it this morning, you can eat half of the ration. I think there's a way to we can space it out a little bit. Anyways, who is leading this expedition further north? Is it still gonna be Jayla or is it someone else?
Well, I'm gonna take the lead. I don't
Okay.
care who else tries. I'm gonna do it.
Perfect.
I will probably walk with her again. I feel like that worked well, having two of us up front.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll your survival checks.
Survival guidance. I'm not gonna forget to use it if I use it every fucking roll.
Yep.
Is that like a cantrip or something?
It is.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good. It's a concentration cantrip too, I'm pretty sure. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, for a minute. Yeah. Survival.
24.
So if somebody tickles
said
me,
survival,
it's
right?
concentration.
Yeah, someone tickles them. Yep.
Fif-
What'd you get?
24.
And 15.
Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
tickle finger.
Oh, Jacob. Can we say that I've been carving the horn like up until the blizzard? I probably would have put it away when the blizzard started. But like as we're walking, is that okay if I'm just slowly whittling? Like I said before, I'd be doing it like very gradually, trying not to
Yeah.
break it. Yeah.
I always forget. You have to remind me every time because I'm not gonna remember.
But
So I will
I
say you
forget to.
got. I will say you got 5 hours yesterday from leaving town before the blizzard hit.
Okay.
Or 6 hours. 6 hours. 6 hours from that. And then depending on how far whatever happens on this day, we can add on to that. So right now you have 6 hours added to that.
Okay.
Let me write it down. Horn carving.
Horn carving.
Yeah, so you guys are staying true north. And you guys come to this, like, it's like a hilly, rocky hill, that you actively have to crest over. And Jayla, as you're leading them through, you begin to come to the pinnacle of this hill when you begin to smell, you smell blood first, and then everyone else kind of picks up that, Lorian for sure with his nose picks that up as well. The cat too, Elzel as well. You got a dog and a cat. Y'all both are y'all picking up with y'all's
And
noses.
a cow.
And a cow and a bird
And a bird.
and a scarf.
And a dude.
Dude, he's old McDonald.
You guys get to that. You guys get to that. Before the hill goes over, and you do smell blood. Ichabod, you know that sometimes you see like these weird wispy smoke trails. You don't see any wispy smoke trails on this one currently for some reason. It's really weird.
Okay.
But you do smell blood. Everyone smells blood when y'all get to the pinnacle of the hill. You haven't crest over to see yet, but you guys have begun to approach and you smell this scent.
You guys smell that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure
I
do.
would have. Jayla would have stopped. I'm like, proceed with caution.
Is it like super strong, or is it
No.
just like a? Okay, it's like a waft. Okay.
Yeah, it's a waft.
Okay.
It's not like it's in your nose, like you got bloody nose. Kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
It's like
What's it smell like again? Is it like apple pie or what are we smelling?
death.
Iron and
Oh.
death. Yeah.
Okay.
It's metallic. It's
maybe
unpleasant.
Right.
maybe we should just slowly approach.
Who
Yeah.
got caught last time? We stealthed.
Oh,
Someone got
it was
caught.
it was this guy right
down
here.
the hill.
I fell because I rolled a natural 1.
I'll just like kind of look over and quiet.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
He's got guidance now. He can guide
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, and I get we'll start sneak thieves,
Yep.
sneaking over.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and make y'all stealth rolls for me.
Yeah, I don't have direction.
Guidance.
Oh, there we go.
Yeesh.
15 for Ichabod.
Stealth 10,
21.
I got 10.
12.
13.
Did
Wow,
I
I love how the one said be quiet is the lowest.
it's karma.
You guys actively feel like you're stealthing pretty appropriately. And you guys are you like so you guys are cresting over the hill, correct? Y'all are like coming above it and going down further. What's y'all's marching order? Like, what's it look like? Are y'all fanning out, single
How lo-
line?
I think I probably would have stayed up front with Jayla if she's still up front.
I would.
Triangle.
Yeah.
I'd probably.
Triangle.
I'd probably fan out.
Flying V.
Like, I'd move maybe 20 feet to the right or something like that. Just because I also need to be up front. I don't have anything ranged.
Ichabod, Fiska, what'd you guys say? I don't think I heard y'all.
I didn't say.
I mean,
anything.
I don't think
All right, cool. Yeah.
I guess
fine.
we're behind them.
All right, cool. Yeah, you guys begin to crest over this hill. Lauren kind of off to the side a little bit, and you come over this hill expecting to see this absolute scene of carnage, but there's nothing there. And then you get a little bit closer, go down the hill a little bit. You guys are still stealthing, but y'all don't see any kind of like creatures or anything that's like fighting anything. But you do see a very familiar sight. You see that down the hill, kind of like buried half in some snow. You see there's a frozen, dismembered corpse. Well frozen. It's well been like 48 hours. It's very much been frozen for a while. And it's thankfully that the way the snow has kind of preserved it's like packed it and protected a little bit from other creatures that would come along or whatever. But it's still very much dismembered. But it's you see that the snow has covered a majority of the gore, but it's hard to kind of cover that there's like a headless portion on this torso, which you guys see that's a familiar sight to all of you by now. The last time you noticed this, you saw a headless corpse was in a Yeti cave, the aftermath of a Yeti attack. So you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. But also kind of seemingly untouched by the snowfall is that there's a very large hole in the center of the chest, as if someone's just like hand just punched through someone's chest and ripped stuff out. It's just there's nothing. It's just like a clean punch. It's very, very impressive. And you see that below that in the stomach region, you see there's a bunch of entrails just hanging out. Just there's like blood icicles formed off of them that are just like kind of keeping the body like stuck. And where the arms should be instead, like there's like these 2 stumps of just like shredded sinew. There's some bone fragments peppered into it as well. This body. It's very much a reminder to all of you that this landscape is harsh, and that death is around the corner with every step you take. And as you're kind of like looking at this corpse, you notice with all of y'all's passive perceptions, thankfully they're all decent. You say that there looks like there are several tracks that are kind of around this body, and there looks to be some freshly carved sled grooves heading off in a direction.
Is there enough left of the body to tell if maybe it was a dwarf?
You can go ahead and make like a medicine check to kind of like. I mean, the body is very much.
Is there
it's
like
a sight.
anything left?
I mean, it's a sight, but if you make a good medicine check, you could probably figure out. The,
I mean,
I-
should we all
I
make those?
guess.
Because like we would all
dude.
like
Yeah,
instantly
feel
be like,
free.
oh, I wonder if this is him.
Yeah, feel free to make a medicine check. I'm not going to restrict it to just one person.
Okay.
I got a 3.
You don't know.
I got a 15.
I need to change dice or something. This is
16.
13.
Those of
I'm
you
not,
that roll,
not
yeah.
doing it, yeah.
Yeah, Ichabod, you don't know what this is. The rest of you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. This is a dwarf. Was once a dwarf. Not anymore. It's now just a corpse. But yeah.
Is there anything left on the body that could be like an identity? Like, is there a insignia or jewelry or something that maybe we could take back, and if it was Ubok, and be like, this is there wasn't anything left.
Yeah, you kind of give the body a once over. You find that inside the cold weather clothing, there's a stitched name that says Ubok on the interior of the coat.
I'll carefully take the label.
Okay.
How long does it look like he's been dead for?
About 48 hours. He's been there a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
We're
said that
good, guys.
earlier. I said that earlier. You might have missed it.
Yeah, I did miss it. I was.
No, he's
We're
been
good.
very much. He's been preserved by ice, but he's been dead a long time.
I'll just like to say out loud, I'm like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but these sled tracks are pretty fresh. So I don't know if we want to follow them, wait for someone to come back, or.
We're supposed to get the cargo.
Yeah, that was the most important thing she said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so I mean, we can follow the tracks, but once we feel like we're close, probably not. Just
Rush.
go
We
in gun po, you know?
We should rush in
Gun.
screaming.
Yeah, Ichabod, we need to talk about that. You
Did he
killing
scream?
that baby Yeti.
Is this the time for it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Do it again though. Be a great distraction. Then we
That's
can get
true.
the sled and leave.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about abandoning people with sleds now. Crazy. Okay.
Way out.
I just speak up and I'll be like, well, it is curious that he's been dead quite a while, but the sled tracks are fresh, so I'm assuming one thing killed him and the other thing's been robbing him of,
Right.
parts of his body and his sled.
Let's go. We don't have time to waste.
Yeah.
Yep. I will track the sled.
Yeah, Jayla. Yeah.
You're just gonna. Are you just follow? So you're just wanting to follow the trail of the
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
really good at tracking, so that's why I said track.
Wait, what is tracking? Are you talking about survival or what is tracking?
It's survive. It's
Yeah.
It's survival.
Oh, what's your plus to survival?
It's only +3, but I have advantage on all navigating and tracking.
Gotcha. What do you get that from?
background.
My background, yeah.
That's a thing?
Outlander?
Backgrounds give you advantage on things?
I don't know. Let me look. You're
Wait a
making me
minute.
question everything now. What are we looking at? Survival advantage. Where do you get it from? You get it from your labyrinthine recall as a.
Oh,
Minotaur.
as a
There it
Minotaur.
is. Okay.
That's different. Yeah.
Also, never mind.
What?
Never mind.
Well, I can't just say it right now.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're good.
I'm still. I mean, at this point, I know that she's blind, so I'm going to help her with things like this.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to be upfront with her. So
She just thinks he's her little helper, like
sure, that's
he's
what I
trying
am.
to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I will say go ahead and
Your
make
apprentice.
make your survival checks. And then you guys, the rest of you guys can go. I say the rest of you guys can make like nature checks as well, because it's a sled track, but there's like several tracks, like footprints in the ground as well. And I'm not gonna, y'all are gonna see that as well. You're gonna like, oh, what the hell is that?
Natural 20 plus 8,
Holy
28.
shit.
I got a natural one. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, Lauren, you're kind of lost right
What
now.
are you looking on the ground for?
Like a slug.
No, footprints, those are just snow holes.
Did anyone bring salt?
So 28 LZL. Jayla, what'd you get?
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Ooh!
So,
You
5.
you don't really know. Ichabod, what'd you get?
15.
Nice. Pisca?
12.
Nice. Yeah, the DC was 10, so, those of you that succeeded, you succeeded. Those of you that failed, you failed. It's the way of the dice. Elzel, with your incredible 28, you needed a 29, though, so.
Yeah, oh well, such
That
is the
would be
game
some
of
shit.
Dungeons and
That would
Dragons,
be
right?
some shit right there, wouldn't it? So yeah, so Elzel, you are able to, guide Jayla / not guide her in a way to make her feel like, she's still leading the pack or whatever. But you guys do take a minute as you're following the sled tracks. And those of you that rolled higher than a 10, you all notice that the sets of tracks, these aren't made by the same creature, but they are multiple creatures that are the probably the same size, shape. The footprints are all same size. You can tell that there are multiple of these creatures, and as you begin to look a little closer, you spot that there are very subtle differences of the length of each footprint. And in total, you're able to identify that there are at least 6 of whatever these creatures are. And the tracks that stand out more than there are some that stand out more than the others, and of those you see that there are three distinct like toes, each with a very like little sharp nail at the end of it, kind of like a little fingernail, toenail is what it's called. Yeah, and there's several creatures that kind of come to your mind when you think about it, but with the size of the prints, it can only be one thing. And you pretty much feel confident that it's goblins.
Not 6 owlbears.
And as you analyze each of these footprints, you notice there are 2 major things. These were, obviously, they were recently made by the sled track, and it was probably about an hour ago that these were made. These tracks do begin to start heading towards the south, and like it kind of like curves in like a southern, southeast direction, kind of like looping in a way. It's like but that's what you notice, and you. Yeah, that's what you know. Feel free. And then tell me how long y'all are gonna sneak travel.
Would it make sense that they're already going somewhere? Would it make sense if we were just hoofing it after them? Would that make more sense than sneak traveling? Because they're not coming back, right?
Well, what I said was we just go, and then when we realize that we're closer, then we would slow it down.
Yeah. We should,
If that makes sense.
We should speed it up, and then once it seems, like, oh, these are really fresh,
So are they? Remind me, did we start going up like a mountain, or we just went up a little bit of a hill?
It was just like a little hill. It was like one of those things where you kind of come over before you can see below it.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a mountain. No, hell no. Fuck that.
You can't see over the other side of the road, so you have to go a little slower, just because you can't tell. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm good with going a little quicker until. I mean, they're like an hour ahead, right? So.
Yeah, and they're on a fucking not cart, but a sled, so they're going faster than us, anyways. So.
What if they have something pulling? Did we see they had something pulling it? Did I miss that?
You only looks like you only saw 6 tracks of goblin tracks.
Yeah, so I mean, unless
I rolled a natural one.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
So I'll say it was just like 6 goblins. So yeah, I don't think they have anything pulling. I think they're pulling it. So unless they're running and exhausting themselves, which would be great for us.
So they might be going a little bit slower. So if we speed up, we could maybe catch them.
Yeah.
Depending on how far they're going.
How big were the biggest footprints?
They look goblin-like.
It's
No.
a kid.
They weren't. It was infant goblin. No, it looks like just a normal goblin print.
Okay, there wasn't like big goblins.
No, you don't see any like bigger. There's no like. I mean, there are some that are slightly bigger, but it's not like, holy shit, it's a Bigfoot goblin. It's not like that.
No goblin kings.
Not that we know of.
Maybe they're on the there might be 1 or 2 more on the sled.
Sasquatch goblin, I'm taking that.
Maybe the 6 of them are towing someone much larger.
It's
We
a
won't know
kid's
until we
tin.
find them.
Watch out.
It's just
And
with small feet.
We're hoofing it.
Elazar runs back to the dead body and casts Spare the Dying. Live!
Yeah,
as you go to shake it, it just like crumbles as you shake the ice. So he just.
I just like shrug my shoulders. I'm like, I tried. Sorry.
Poor Ubok.
he was basically dead by the time they got to us to tell us about
I
it.
say, I don't think goblins.
Even before that, I think, right?
Yeah, maybe slightly.
Much before that.
Like a day.
Yeah.
So it's not on us this time.
You probably put 2 and 2 together that it probably happened around the same time the harbor exploded.
Ooh.
Weird.
About 2 days ago.
Weird.
Oh golly. Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe it was just like a concerted attack. Like, oh, once someone found this out, and so they knew that we found them out because of the potion, that they would just, we're just gonna attack all the supply lines at once.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the
Anyway.
goblin.
Yeah.
You guys are hoofing it,
Yeah.
as you say. So as you guys are hoofing it,
How's your cardio?
I will say I want you guys to kind of like I want all of you to make perception checks for me as you guys are hoofing it.
Jayla
So
is
speak.
literally hoofing it.
Literally.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was like, I'm literally hoofing it.
Perception, guidance. Let's go.
I got a 15.
Okay.
18.
17.
18.
7.
Beautiful.
Emily,
All right,
come on.
As you guys are hoofing it, Fiska, you're a little bit behind them a little bit just because they're so tall, and you're like what the fuck are y'all doing? Get out of the way. You guys are hoofing it. 30 minutes go by as you guys, you guys are carefully following these tracks, even though you are hoofing it. And as you guys are, you're taking the necessary caution. I'm not gonna make you roll stealth roll like right now, roll stealth rolls, but as you're approaching, you're like, you're seeing the footprints are slowly getting like newer and newer, but not to a point where it's like you're right on their ass, like they're gonna notice if you come over hill or anything. But as you guys are running, the wind is like actively like biting against your eyelids. It's like making it hard to like run with your eyes open. It's like the ice is kind of freezing to you as you're running.
Elazal's got a frost mustache.
I just closed my eyes, my eyelids.
Yeah,
Keep going.
It's true.
Your eyes still frozen shut. No,
He always
You
does
guys-
that to me.
It
What?
No, it
That doesn't-
happens.
that's not that- that's
No,
not
that literally happens.
It's not happening to you right now, but that's But as you guys get to this you begin to approach, you see that there is far off in the distance, maybe about 240 feet in the distance, it's a little bit further off, you see this 20-foot tall like wooden structure, like kind of like a big old box. It's some sort of wagon or wooden frame tower, and you scan the horizons for more structures, and you see that because that's the first thing that kind of like caught your attention. And you look closer, and you see about 120 feet away from you, there appear to be several goblins that are, obviously they're small, so you can tell that they're goblins. They're very ugly, very green, blue. Their skin color kind of matches the weather. And in your head, you count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. There's 6 tracks, six goblins in total. And although they are very much far away from you, the way the wind is blowing, it's carrying you heard the little, fuck this shit. Why am I fucking pushing this fucking? You just hear them cussing. And you see that 4 of the 6 are preoccupied by pushing a sled. And there's 2 on top of it that are kind of like pulling, tugging, like making sure there's nothing falling off. What were you gonna say?
Did they say that in common or did they say that in goblin?
It was a smorgasbord of both.
Yeah.
'Cause I know goblin. So.
They said it in Swedish.
They said some in common, but when they were cussing in goblin. It sounds a little bit harsher.
That's a cuss word.
Yeah. That's a cuss word.
Oh, so they're bad goblins.
Elazal's like, what was it? What was it?
So I'm
dare not
going
repeat
to
it.
Teach me.
So you said they're 120 feet away?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
They're 120 feet away. Hold your horses.
No,
man.
yeah, you're fine.
It kind of looks
I'm
like
gonna
this.
ruin this for everyone.
So this is the map. You guys, this is just for y'all to see. We're gonna take a break before we do this.
Okay.
We're gonna take a
Oh,
bathroom break. If you zoom out, you see in the distance, you see that 20-foot tall wooden structure. It looks like a wagon house, movable something. It's not moving currently, but it's just off in the distance. And obviously the sled is about 120 feet from you. You see that there are some iron ingots on it, literally on the sled. But yeah, at this point, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna say you guys can position yourself however you are, traveling, obviously, and then we can play the timeline there. There's no initiative yet because battle hasn't started. But you see that there are 6 little goobers up there pulling a sled full of iron ingots, and it looks like they are actively headed towards that bigger structure.
So I think it's doing that thing to where I only see our tokens.
Oh man, don't do it to me, Ichabod.
I can't remember if that was.
Oh, you have to. Oh, do you still have that little touch screen thing? Like for your mouse, or you have an actual mouse?
I've got a mouse now.
Oh, you can use the little rolly thing, and you can zoom in and out using it.
No, I'm saying it's like our tokens and everything else is black.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't know how to fix that.
That happened before.
But you've seen maps before, right? You've seen these.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Let me
While we take a break, you can fix this, babe.
Well, that might be on my end for some reason.
Well, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I see it too.
Well, I don't want everyone to be able to see it, and Nathan.
Well, but Nathan, do you see the cart?
No, I don't see anything.
Wait.
Oh.
Zoom out with your wheel.
I
How big are our tokens on your screen right now?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, because if you zoom out, you might at least see the tokens in the cart, or if not, just
I
the
see-
tokens.
I see that way up there.
Okay,
I just don't see any landscape.
you just don't see the landscape. Okay, so you at least see the individuals.
Does he have like vision permissions or something?
You should have everything.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how I fixed it last time, honestly.
Oh,
I mean, I
did
can
you
try to
actually
remake
fix it last time?
Well, I had to like remake the map or something last time. I can. Let me try to figure it out. I'll go take a break. I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Do
Greg,
you need water or anything? I can bring some to you. Okay. What about candy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Here, I'll look it up while you are.
Well, I think I know how to fix it. It's just,
Oh, you do know how? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the. I'm gonna figure it out real quick.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Because at one point I was like looking at the map on my phone.
Well, I think what I have to do is because I created the map in a different thingy.
There's literally a Reddit post having an issue with one player who cannot see the map but can see tokens and walls on the map.
Huh.
Let me see if I can.
So the person responded and said, it's probably that player's computer, could be some random ad blocker or extension on their browser. And the original poster said that worked instantly, thank you. So it might be that Nathan just has to unblock something. Oh wait, then the player commented and said they're having the same... Oh, someone else commented and saying they're having the same issue. Alright, I'm actually going to go to away, so we're not just...
Mm. Maybe. Oh, don't look at that. Look at that. What the fuck did I do? Hear me? Hello?
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on this map and see if you can see it. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. I have to give me one more stuff. I gotta do some more stuff. Get the fuck out of here. I gotta get you the fuck out of here.
Oh, where'd I go?
I'll put y'all back on the original one. I gotta do some stuff on this one.
Hey.
I'll be back then. Yeah, he's working on it.
Lemon lime soda. It's basically. I drank a thing of alcohol before this. Some Modelo like this. Yeah, I didn't like it. No, well, I don't like alcohol, but I wanted to see what it would do to me, so I drank it. I don't, not that much. Just like maybe I was less anxious, but I don't know. I don't really feel it that much. I drank it like 5 minutes before we started playing. Yeah.
You turn? Tyler turn. Is that what I missed in the discussion? You had one Negro Modelo and now your turn. Same.
I thought it would do more, but I didn't really feel it. Typically, like, I don't really like alcohol in general, but yeah, typically.
Sounds so sweet.
He wasn't lying.
It has... Yeah, it has a very low ABV. From what I can see. It looks tasty. Oh, I love a good person. Shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ugh. Oh, here, you posted it. I like wrote it down. And I was like, how do I spell this?
Yeah, I was curious. If I see it, I'll try it.
Yeah. I like how they ask if you're of legal drinking age. Like, I'm gonna say no if I'm on the website. Oh no, you got me! Ah! Dang.
I'm almost done, guys. So
No worries.
My fault.
it's okay.
We still love you. It's okay.
Good. I mean, that's like a big bottle of kombucha.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so they make, for some reason, Guinness makes a non-alcoholic version now.
Mm.
But to be non-alcoholic, you can have like less than 0.5%. So I told Chrissy that was Irish kombucha.
I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom in a second, and then we can start the show.
Help me.
Say without you? Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't even like being in the bathroom when he's in there.
Neither do I. I don't like that shit either.
Yeah.
Sharing the toilet is hard.
Well, I mean,
I'm glad somebody
sometimes you
heard
need
me.
to brush your teeth to get
Alright.
to work on
Let me know if
time.
y'all can all see everything.
I see it.
Yeah.
So the squares are going to be 15 feet apart. I can't do anything else besides that. That makes it that's easiest.
That's really far away.
Yeah, the squares are 15?
Yeah, because they're 120 feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one's 120 feet away.
Gotcha.
And usually most normal characters have 30 feet away.
We're sneaking though, right?
You guys haven't done it. You haven't done anything yet. I'm gonna go.
Because I need to get a lot fucking closer.
That's the idea. I mean,
I think
they
yeah.
they wouldn't expect it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
it would take us so long for like us fighters to get there
yeah.
Well, they'd probably come running after us.
or
Well,
run away.
Well,
It'd be
true.
it'd be harder for them to pull the sled if they had a dead goblin. So
Let's go.
yeah, and the snow absorbed sound, guys, and
Yeah, it does.
I know,
Shit.
I know.
We should
I'm-
cover ourselves in snow.
I know.
All right, I'm back. I gotta open a couple more things real quick before I can start this sheet. Okay.
He's got to crack open a beer.
I will say, if we want to make this faster, do you all want to just have initiative rolls rolled so I can put them in the table so we can wait for
Sure.
battle to break out, so we can just whenever battle starts, you can start
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you go ahead and
That's
roll y'all's
fine.
initiative. I have to roll mine whenever y'all get. What was that what you get? No. Actually, no. I don't think so. No.
I rolled a natural 20 for 24. It would be 22, but my amulet gives me a +2 on initiative.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a natural 1. So, 6.
Twins.
What was you get?
Oh, you guys are actually
Yo,
twins.
what? Did you guys?
Visco.
all-
Visco, what'd you get?
14.
Okay, come on.
A 10.
10? Okay.
I've taken all our luck. I'm sorry,
Give
guys.
me one moment. I gotta mute my mic.
I'm waiting. I was waiting for him to mute his mic and for him to just mutter, "I'm gonna kill Star. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her." I know.
I tell him every time he kills one of my characters, they're just gonna get way more annoying.
He's
Oh, I have voices that I use with like children that they love, but
yeah. I figured you could just do like a higher pitched voice. Like I do a high pitched voice to make fun of people.
well,
So.
my very first D&D thing I did, I really tried and I did like a high pitched voice and then I had to stick with it and I was like, I hate this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what you do is like I did with Ichabod. Ichabod, he talks like this, and then you just don't do it anymore, and hopefully people remember that because that's too hard to keep up.
Such a...
I can just talk like an old lady the whole time. That's
Sorry,
my favorite.
I'm rolling all the initiative rolls. I don't want y'all to hear all these dice.
Click, click. Oh,
Can you do a good old lady voice?
Right now?
Yeah, I want to hear it. I've been trying to do one. And it's like, it's hard.
Hold on. Let me take a drink of water. I just ate chocolate. I feel pressure now.
You don't have to.
Hold on, I don't know what to say.
Talk about the ducks that you were feeding.
About a whippersnapper.
Have some pie.
I don't know how good it is, but I do it. No!
We all talk like old
No!
people.
We talk all like old people. Hold on, I gotta think.
She was collected, and then we threw her off her rocker.
I'm so sorry.
I'm a shy person, if you didn't know.
You seem so confident.
See? Everyone says that when she plays D&D, but...
No, I'm a shy person. Jacob convinced me to do a voice this campaign, so. Okay, hold on. I can't do it right now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay, you're allowed. You're allowed. I'm sorry.
I feel sweaty right now. Like I can't.
You're a chicken.
You got her to present in front of the class.
Quit being such a chicken.
I will practice and then come back to you.
Let's do this. What's happening? Back in the game.
We're
Start this shit.
Sneak thieves.
Okay. So,
Maybe. Oh,
welcome
wrong
back,
one.
everybody.
We good.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for those technical difficulties. And the bathroom break. But you know what? It's okay. So yeah, you guys are... You're about 120 feet away from this sled with these 6 goblins, and you see that there's that larger wooden structure off in the distance. Yeah, what are you guys doing? The wind is blowing towards y'all, so the scent that they have, the goblin scent, is being carried towards y'all.
Okay.
So you feel like that's probably helps with like stealthing and stuff.
How do they smell?
With their nose. Oh, how do they
No.
smell?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What do they
smell?
smell like? There you go.
They smell like Dove, Bath Body Works, like a Bath and Body Works. No, they don't smell good. They smell sweaty, you know, dirty, goblin-y. That's about it. They stink.
Okay. Do I go? Am I going? I'm gonna.
Well, no, we're not in combat right now. I'm not. You are. The
Okay.
initiative rolls are just so when combat starts, we
Oh,
don't have to
gotcha.
go through all that. So what are y'all guys doing? They obviously don't notice you. They are pushing towards what looks like that larger object off in the distance. They are very much unaware of you at the moment. Feel free to y'all keep doing anything, and then when a battle breaks out or whatever happens, then that's when we'll go into initiative order.
Let's split up and encircle them. 3 on 3 each side.
Cool.
Sure. I'll go. I guess. If he says that and he whispers that to us, I'll split off to the right, but I'll still be going kind of like towards them as I'm moving forward.
Okay, how far forward are you moving?
As far as I can. But I'm gonna be sneaking, so I'm probably not dashing.
Okay. So Lauren's gonna do that. Lauren, I would say. Actually, what is everyone else gonna do too? So we have Lauren's you're gonna go sneak off to the right. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can feel free to like start moving your token like towards the right a little bit.
Like just 2 squares?
Yeah, just like 2 squares, just so I can get like a visual of like where y'all are going.
I would probably go up the center, but slower, just so I'm not
Okay.
approaching them like too super fast. Since everybody's kind of like doing one of these, they're gonna take a little bit longer to get there.
Yeah.
So I'd probably hang back a little bit until.
So are
everybody...
you guys all collectively slowly just like fanning and approaching? Is that what y'all are doing stealthily?
a V, I guess.
Okay. Elizel, Fiska, Ichabod, what are y'all doing? Y'all doing
So
the same thing?
Ichabod would kind of be following behind Lorian,
Okay.
but in the same like kind of general direction,
Okay.
like back here,
For sure.
sort of.
Yeah. So as you guys go ahead and roll y'all stealth checks for me.
Stealth, guidance.
5.
I needed that.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
12.
I've used all 3 of the 20-sided die I have in this bag, and none of them have been great tonight.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Natural
Another one?
Yep.
Oh no, you're paying for all those 20s you got.
It wasn't even this campaign.
No.
That's two failures.
Got 11.
One more and you die. House rule.
Alright, so we have a nat 1, what was it, 7? Did I hear 7?
What did
Ichabod
I say?
got
5?
5, so 1 and a 5, okay.
I had 12.
12, 11. Lorian, what'd you get?
I got a 22.
I mean, technically it'd be a 6, but
Lauren, you are a whisper in the wind. You guys feel that as you guys, even though some of you are being really loud, the wind is very much at this distance that you are at right now. The wind is so loud. These goblins don't look like they picked up on it, even though those rolls are shit. Some of them are shit. These goblins have not picked up on you. They are still actively just like, fucking shit. You see some of them are like slipping, trying to. They don't have much strength to them, so you figure that they're struggling a little bit. So they at the point where you guys are at on the screen right now, they don't notice you. Now,
How
if you guys,
fast? I'm just gonna say, how fast are they pulling that?
slow.
Oh, they're like demotivated. They're like, oh, these fucking guys.
They are, for the most part, they are pissed off that they have to push this dumb sled. Yeah.
My hands aren't made.
I can't
for
actively
physical
move. I
labor.
can't actively move the sled on screen, so we're just gonna like, yeah.
They're going real slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real slow.
So just let me know how far forward you guys are gonna move, and then I will say every 30 feet or so I can make you do a stealth check for that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, every 30 feet will probably be.
oh, we're moving ourselves.
Yeah, I don't control it.
One,
No, you're fine. I forgot.
2. Okay, just 30 feet. Unless you guys are like dashing, then it would be another 30.
The snow.
But you couldn't also stealth. Just because to sneak is an action unless you're a rogue and you do cunning action.
How do we see how far we are away? Ruler?
There's a ruler.
Ruler!
So right now, Jayla's about 65 feet outside of them. So
Okay.
they are from her square.
I'm
Actually, they're about 60 feet from So from where you guys are at, that's 60 feet from Ichabod. They're about 75 feet.
Oh yeah.
So Jayla and Lorian, they're about 60 feet from them.
Ichabod's just waiting for the signal.
Okay.
He's got a sniper set up. He's prone.
He's got his scarf pulled tight, angled.
He's got his arm back. He's like, he's ready to go.
All right. So those of you that are within 60 feet, I need you two to actively make a stealth check, though. Again.
Oh fuck.
22.
That's good. 8. That's bad. Okay. What
But
the
she-
rest of y'all doing?
Cheap ass.
I'm still moving slowly but surely.
Yeah, I'll wait for everybody else to move before I do, but I am going to,
Make a stealth check, Ichabod.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually pull out, which is weird, pull out my
11?
pull out my crossbow and ready a shot as I'm walking.
Shot.
Okay, what's the trigger?
As soon as I see any of them turn around.
The whites of their eyes.
It's the thing you click to shoot.
Yeah, what's the trigger? It's
So you are. Which goblin are you gonna shoot at?
whichever one turns around first. I would like eyes on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're ready in action. That'll take your reaction for combat if combat does start.
Yep.
That's perfect. Yeah. So you have that streamline as you're like walking up as well. Fiska, what are you doing?
I'll do the same if I see Els all doing that.
Okay. Same trigger and everything? Okay. Yeah, so what happens here is that as you guys are pushing forward, you think Ichabod, you're doing decent. Jayla, you are as white as the snow, so you're doing pretty well too. Fiska and Elza, you guys are slowly encroaching, but Lorian, poor Lorian.
Oh no.
Oh my Lorian. You somehow managed to like hit a pot, like a drop, a part of snow that's not actually snow. It's just like a hole in the ground.
Oh.
Like it's like a fake coverage, and you like, boom, and like you upset the snow, and so all, these two guys at the back, they both turn around and look at y'all. So at that moment, as those two goblins in the back turn around towards that nose, they see the rest of y'all. Elizel and Fiska, y'all get y'all shots off. As initiative will start after this, pretty much, as you have the surprise round, this one round for y'all. You'll use this action.
Dirty 20.
That hits.
9.
That does not hit. So which one are you shooting at, Bozo?
Probably the one on the left.
So about 90 feet. What's your range on your weapon?
Okay, so it says 30, 120, so I'm...
So whenever you shoot past 30 range, you're at disadvantage on your attack, is what that means.
Oh, is that what that means?
And then when you try to shoot past 120, 120 is the absolute limit. If you try to go past that, it just fails instantly.
Gotcha. Okay, I will roll at disadvantage then.
Yep.
Fuck you, dice. 11.
Tomato. That actually does not hit either. Surprisingly. You
Shock.
begin to approach and y'all both let out these things. There's two goblins like, ah! And they duck really quick, and and then they're like, and you see them start talking for a second. All the goblins quit pushing. One of them's like, thank fucking God, and then turns around. And at this point, initiative starting. They all ready their appropriate weapons. These guys are just small, little greasy dudes. They got some, there's several of them. So whenever we get you all's turn, feel free to describe one, give it a beautiful characteristic.
Is that really how a crossbow works? Like after 30 feet, you're at disadvantage?
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
If you have a weapon that has 2 ranges, the first one is what you can hit just normal, but once you exceed that, it's a disadvantage. It sucks.
Most range weapons should have something.
Yeah, most of them
Interesting.
will have that.
I guess, yeah, as a ranger, I'm using short and longbows, and they're 150, 300, so I'm not used to that short of a range.
Our epic battle music. That should start.
Like
Perfect.
crossbow has much better range.
So yeah, you go ahead and you let out this these 2 shots. Initiative starts. Lauren, you are the top dog. You're top of the initiative. It's your turn.
You're right, I'm top dog.
Yeah, you fall down into this hole, and you see all these goblins have taken notice of you, and the battle has started. What are you up to? What are you doing?
I will move my 30 feet. 1, 2. I'll take my my war pick, and I'll drive it into my hand, and I'll do my right.
Yes.
And so it has fire on it. And then I will ready my action.
Okay.
If they come within my attack range, I'm gonna hit them.
Okay.
Wait, when I roll guidance, it applies to both rolls, right? Both like the if I'm at disadvantage, it applies to both rolls?
It should.
Yeah, it would.
But does that change anything? Yeah, what happened? What's going on?
It would have been a 13.
For what? For your attack? It still misses.
To hit, okay. Alright.
It still misses.
Alright.
Yeah. These guys they're not very they aren't crazy armored, but they're so tiny that they're kind of like
Okay.
They have leather armor on, and some of them have these little rudimentary ugly ass shields. It's like a piece of wood, but they're just like tiny little guys.
Okay.
Whenever I do my Crimson Right, I do have to roll a d4 of necrotic damage. I did take 4 damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you do that. The goblin that's in front of you is like, what the fuck was that?
Stabbing himself.
Yeah. But you see that goblin's like, he's very much, this one right in front of you is very much interested in you. Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, I used my bonus action. I moved, and then I readied my action. So that's all I can do.
Okay. Well, you're gonna see damage. I gotta number these guys so I can know who's who from the zoo.
The who's who of goblins.
I had done this earlier, but hold on. Okay, so that's this guy. Cool. Yeah. So you ready your action. The goblin behind that one that said he's like, what the fuck? The goblin behind him, he's like, what the hell's going on here? He's gonna you see him reach into you see him reach into a little pocket, and he pulls up this horn. This horn echoes around you, and now that you guys are a bit closer to this group, you see back there at the far back of the map with that big large wooden structures, you see a hatch roof door open, just swing open, and you see this goblin dressed in this thick armor, bone armor. Bigger goblin steps out of this little house, and in one of their hands they have a lit torch, and the other arm you see they have this hooded hawk. What the hell? Yeah, this hooded hawk. And you see from where you're at, you see its mouth is moving fast. It's saying something you can't really hear. And then suddenly at the back of that tower, 2 more hatches swing open, and you see these two goblins. Two goblins poke their heads out with little bows, and they are trained off in y'all's distance. That's that guy's action. He's going to use his. Yeah, he's gonna Goblins aren't the smartest creatures, but he's not like pure dumb, so he's gonna actively.
Pure dumb.
He's gonna actively. So on this map, I don't think you can really see it, but on this map there are like it's kind of hard to see because of the way it is. There are like small like snow drifts that are like big enough for a goblin to like hide behind. So there is
Oh, yeah,
he's going to move 5, 15, 30, and he's gonna actively jump in the snow as a bonus action to try to hide.
Oh, I did not
from
see
your
that
wall.
one.
I might be blind. Oh, it's not even right there. Yeah, he's gonna be right there. He's making his way over there. So he hasn't.
Okay.
He's not able to hide yet. Let me mark him on the map.
Yeah, I see them on mine. The bright whiter. Nope. Bright whiter? Brighter white.
This guy.
Words.
There's this guy. There's one here. There's
Oh,
one over
crap.
here. There's one there. I might be
Wait, there's one right
blind.
behind me?
It's like a snow mound to hide in kind of thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think there's one
fun.
right here. It's
Yeah.
kinda hard. There's one up here. One here. I think there's like a really tiny
Yeah,
one
right there.
behind, like right here.
Yep.
Yep. So he's gonna yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He starts looking for that guy over there. After that, it's going to be
Oh man.
that person in the back, that the wagon, that goblin that poked their head out, is going to look in y'all's direction.
Oh wow,
Yeah, they rolled high.
big ass guy. Oh, he's so far away, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Gets out
You
a
see-
huge war bow.
You see this you see the goblin on the roof. It makes its way to 15. You see it jump down off the wagon, like jumps down, and you see that it it jumps down. It still has this like hawk climbed onto its arm, clamped onto its arm, and it lands down. And you see that what you didn't notice before was that there is something pulling this this wooden wagon, and you see that they begin to like mess with something's harness, and you see for the first time you see a polar bear at the front of it, and it begins to mess with its tackle as it's trying to set it free. So it started its action to attempt to free this polar bear from its range right now, and the polar bear is just like, "Rrrr," and it's like you actively see that the polar bear is actively like still trying to swipe at the goblin itself too. So you don't know what's going on with that interaction. That's its action, its movement. It's gonna use a bonus action to. It's not gonna use a bonus action. That don't make no fucking sense. It's just gonna stand there and it's just looking at in your direction. Next up is gonna be Fiska. Fiska, you are up to play.
Cool. Fiska is going to move forward 30 feet. Do it. And she is going to try and shoot at the one who is working at the polar bear.
The one that's way the fuck over there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So way over here? It's about 240 feet
Oh,
away.
Wait, hold up. I thought there was a polar bear pulling the reins on the sled.
No, it's at the top of the map, at the very top of the map. It's up there.
Oh, okay. Fuck
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
then,
Yeah, no, there's no
I'm
polar bear on that one.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna shoot at this guy, the one with the characteristic laugh.
Okay, this guy's got a very characteristic laugh. What's it sound like? Like what's the reference for it? The goblin's just looking at you. Oh, you don't know if he's crying or laughing. It's kind of confusing.
I doubt I hit. I got an 8.
That does miss, yes. Yep. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Awesome. After you, it's going to be this goblin above him that was in front of that guy. He's going to actively. You see him pull out from the sled. There's like a little. I guess he was resting something on it. He pulls out a short bow, and he's going to try to aim it at you and take a shot at you.
Coward.
So you're about 60 feet from him, which is in range still, surprisingly. So he pulls out this short bow and he just shoots it at you. Holy shit, he rolled a 19 to hit.
Yo, what the fuck? Alright.
Yeah.
We're getting burned or
I
not?
get hit. God damn.
So a 19 hit.
Yeah.
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit.
We're eating good tonight, boys.
in between screams, Fiska's like, that's rude.
He just flips you off. That's his action. He's going to move. He's gonna move over there, and it's gonna be his turn. These two goblins at the back, these two archers way far in the back, they're gonna pop shots at you with their short bows as well. They do have disadvantage because they're so far away. Yeah, they are. They're gonna shoot them at. You know, you guys are all fair game, so they're gonna roll a d6 and we're gonna choose. We're gonna figure out who's gonna hit who. So 2 and a 4. What's y'all's numbers in the Discord?
I want to say I might be 4.
I haven't seen my number.
So Jayla's a 2. Craig is a 4. So they're gonna take these pop shots. One's gonna shoot at Craig, or one's gonna shoot at Elza, one's gonna shoot at Jayla. So the one that's shooting at Elza is going to shoot at you. He rolls a. What the hell? My dice is just spinning like the Inception thing. Oh, he rolls a nat 20 on you. Oh.
Don't roll 2 nat 20s. It's disadvantage.
You're right. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. He rolled an 8 plus his 4, so a 12. Does a 12 hit you?
I was gonna say rest well, my sweet friend.
Yeah. So he goes to shoot. This arrow looks like it's coming at you, and then a strong wind just takes it with it. The other one's gonna shoot at Jayla. Thank you for reminding me of disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? He rolled what?
Why was that one at disadvantage? Because they're out of range?
Yeah.
So the ones at the far back, the way in the back,
Oh, okay.
they're at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus with the wind, usually they can shoot 320 feet before they have or after 80 feet they have disadvantage, which is what they're at right now. So yeah, they're at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The other one shoots at Jayla. They rolled a 2, and then roll nat 1 after that. So this arrow just like it shoots and it goes poof, poof, and just hits the ground right in front of him and just dangles. And the goblins just like pout. Next up, it's going to be. You hear some on the other side of the sled that's far off in the distance. You hear some more growling, but this time on the other side of the car, you hear as another polar bear has made its presence
Are you
known.
fucking kidding?
Yep. After that, it's going to be.
Were we supposed to talk to the goblins? Because
Because
this is ridiculous.
They attacked us.
Tried to be more secretive.
Supposed to parlay.
This goblin up here, at the top right of the sled is going to move. He's gonna move 30 feet. He's actively going to like try to hide behind that, hide in that little snow flurry, snow pile. He does not do so effectively. So he's like, you still see him. Ichabod, it's your turn.
Oh, so is this goblin here? Was he trying to run away or just trying to hide?
It looks like he was headed eastwards to like a larger snow pile to try to get there to
Okay.
hide.
So Ichabod is going to move 30 feet. Hold on, let me move myself. Kind of just up here to the corner of this snow pile, and he's going to throw his obsidian eldritch blast at this
Yeah,
goblin.
sure. Yep.
That is plus 6. 15.
That hits it. That's what you need. AC's 15. You hit that
Okay.
goblin.
And I hit him for 8 points of damage.
Yeah, so he's running, and you just throw this oily ichor at him, and it just hits him, sticks in him, but he's still standing, but he's like beginning to limp as he's headed towards that snow pile.
Okay. And I think that is going to be it for me.
This guy up here is officially, he is bloodied. I don't know how to, here we go. He is bloodied. That little,
He's degenerating.
that little thing means bloodied means he's below half health at this point. so he's bloody now as he is moving
Okay.
towards. Yeah. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Perfect. The goblin that laughs like, this goblin over here, he's going to actively, he's gonna run at Fiska to try to, he like grabs the arrow that you missed him with, and he's like running at you, charging with you to come try to like jump and stab you with it. So he's gonna try to make his way towards you.
Wow.
So 15, 30, he gets about like right there. And he's just like, just running at you. He can't do anything else. That's his turn. The goblin at the top left of the sled, he's going to grab a crossbow from the front, run over, and try to shoot Lorian with his crossbow.
Only cowards use ranged weapons.
He rolls a 23.
I told you only cowards use ranged weapons. I told you.
So a 23. Sure that hits. You take 7 points of piercing damage.
Fuck off.
That's that guy's turn. He can't do anything else. Jayla, it's your turn. Elizel, you're on deck.
How?
Okay. I guess I'm gonna just go right up here.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna hit him with my order-made scimitar
Hell yeah.
with the ridges.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. 17 plus 7. So,
Yeah, that is, yeah, you got it.
what is it? 9 points of damage.
Yep. Hold on, let me find the goblin. Yep, you cleave into him with it, and he's still like it's like stuck in his collarbone, but he's still like laughing at you. He's still standing.
I'm gonna use my bonus action and do my 2-weapon fighting, so it'll be just my regular scimitar.
Yeah, hell yeah.
18.
Hits.
I would be
6
bloody at
points.
this point. 6 points.
6 points of damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
you actively just bring the other one across his neck, and you just see you cut his neck, and he just every time he laughs, a blood it just squirts out on you as you just get painted with this goblin's blood.
I'm just gonna kind of like flip my hair and look back at Fiska like,
You see that shit?
You have dispatched one of the
Thanks,
goblins.
girl.
All right.
I got you, pal.
Anything
Girl
else?
support girls.
Full power.
You do anything else?
I can't do anything else.
Okay. Elizel, you are up.
Mm-hmm. I'm so far away.
Ellie.
These are each 15. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now you can move up to like right.
Oh, it's Elizel then. Oh, I got this wrong.
I'm gonna use my feline agility.
Hell yeah.
Gets on all fours.
Go.
That sounds cool as fuck.
That's basically what I do. Absolutely. I'm gonna go 60 feet. That's Lorian right there, right?
Yes. I remember,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
guys use the ruler, you can hit space and your guys will slide. Pretty sure.
Oh, cool.
Woo!
Nice.
Put your hands up when you're doing it. It's more fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Whee! What am I gonna fucking use though? How far away is that son of a bitch right in front of me?
He's 30 feet away. Yeah, so he's 30 feet, so like you still be able to come through.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So if it touches the line it's on, or like the line that square's on, you hit him. Just because the map's kind of fucked.
Yep. I'm going to. I'm gonna try to use lightning lure and bring him towards me. Oh wait.
Oh, yeah,
No, I can't. That's 15 feet. Sorry. Ugh. Excuse you. You know what?
Thank
Fuck
you.
it. I'm gonna use Chromatic Orb on this asshole. I'm gonna try this shit out.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm going for it.
Fuck yeah.
Let's roll well.
Don't forget, you guys have inspiration.
I'm
No,
gonna...
I don't.
Honestly, I'm gonna use my inspiration for this. Thank you. Wait. And guidance.
You can't use guidance. That's because it's
Fuck
a
you.
cantrip, so it would use it being an action.
Okay.
Good thinking. Good looking out.
Oh, I rolled 2 14s, so 17 to hit.
Yeah, that fucking hits, brother.
Oh, it's... I mean, this is a little overkill, but unless I
Hell
roll
yeah, brother.
really low.
Are you doing what spell damage are you doing?
Oh, fuck, against... Let's make it look... I mean, let's do me. I'm gonna do lightning.
Oh yeah.
What spell?
Chromatic Orb.
Back here.
18 damage.
Yeah.
Lightning.
So, what's this look like as you throw this? Since this is the first time you've cast a spell, what's this kind of look
So
like?
this was like... You've seen me use, like, Witch Bolt, right? Like, the lengthy lightning. Instead of 1 bolt, this is, like, 5 bolts and just a lot of anger behind it. And just, like... Elazal's seen all the, like, fucking polar bears and, like, everything keeps appearing and he's like, fuck. Like, I have to keep these people alive or I have to do high damage, so I'm putting all my power behind it. So it's just a lot of anger.
Okay. Yeah. So you like when you cast this, are you like putting your hands out? You throwing it? What's it?
Yes, no, yeah, hands. 2 hands in front of me, like, I'll throw it and then, like, just push it,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. You all see Elzo just launch this ball of lightning that just like pulses around his claws. It flies off, and then he like pushes with his muscles and it like strengthens the ball. And that goblin's like mid yell, and it just like the ball goes into his mouth, down his body. It just and it shatters into 1,000,000 goblin pieces as he dies. Yeah.
As soon as Elazal sees that, he's like, whoa.
Nice.
So, whose turn is it?
Oh, so is that the end of your turn?
Hold, please. That was... Says my movement was my special.
Yes.
1 second. Bonus actions.
You're special to me.
You're... I see you're bloody right next to me.
Yeah. I would be bloodied.
I will cast... I mean, this is 2 of my spell slots in 1 round, but whatever.
I'll stop you there. If you're trying to cast like a bonus action, you can't cast a spell that's above first level. If you want to do that, you
You're
have to
right.
do it before and then cast a cantrip.
You're right.
So you can't do that.
You're right. Yeah.
I'll be up next turn. I'm not going anywhere.
I cast Mending on Lorian, hoping that his wound heals a little bit.
Yeah, you reach out and you just feel like you're too far away.
Yeah.
The bit of weather
Lorian,
that
Lorian.
Come
feel
to me.
better.
All right, so it's into your turn. That polar bear up there that you see that goblin in the far distance, like that's wrestling, trying to set it free. That polar bear actually takes a swipe and tries to swipe at that goblin that's trying to let it go.
These are like talking polar bears, and they're gonna be our friends.
It's gonna make 2 attacks. It's gonna try to bite at it and it's gonna try to claw at it.
Actually, I will say, since I cast a 1st level spell or higher, I will float up 10 feet in the air.
Okay. Yeah, let's just give this to you. Your 10 feet in the air. Elazal floated up as he cast that.
Yeah,
too.
and it's one of those, like, he didn't expect it again. He's like, fuck!
Yeah. His skirt blows up a little bit.
Yep.
Stand over a manhole cover.
My kilt.
Yeah. You see that polar bear way off in the distance that goblin boss is trying to take him off. You see that polar bear just trying to bite and swipe at it, but the goblin is just dodging and dipping. The goblin missed both of its, or the polar bear missed both of its attack against it. We go back to the top of the initiative. Lauren, you're back on deck. You're back up to bat.
Oh, okay. So I'll talk to my compatriots. I can do that. I will say, if we're just looking for the materials, we could try to take them and leave.
True. Polar bears.
I'd look for any response from you.
I mean, that's basically what I would say. Like, true, and
You
I'd
gotta get
point
up there
and say
first.
polar bears.
Yeah, I think I'm strong enough to. If I look at the amount of ingots, how much do I think it? If I had to guess, if I had to ballpark
How
it,
heavy it
much-
is?
Yeah.
Uh,
Get out the calculator. What's the weight of an iron ingot on average?
About 10 pounds.
I have it somewhere. Hold on.
Oh,
It's a big ingot is.
The sled itself weighs about. I got to break up the calculator now. You're right.
I knew it, baby.
Oh, here we go.
The sled itself weighs about 600 pounds. There are 300 iron ingots on it that each weigh 2 pounds, so it's very hefty.
5. I remember being able to lift a lot. Oh no, it's my strength score. But is it by 50? I don't know if I could actually. 600, you said?
Yes.
I can't do that.
Okay.
I can do 540, but
Oh.
Wait,
Get
in
up and
addition to
do
what
it.
you're already carrying?
no.
Oh,
I'd have
okay.
to- I'd have to drop some things. 540 is my total.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I will just move forward twice. Can I hit this guy? Because I have reach.
He's still like 30 feet away, isn't
He is outside of your reach still. Because it's 15, it's still 15. Just one square, it's still 15. So he's just out of your reach with your 10-foot arm. So your arms get about halfway towards him, but he's a little dude. He's a little far. Sadly. Just throw your fucking pick at him. Maybe it'll bounce off.
Not a bad idea,
You
actually.
you could catch it like Thor.
Can I
like
throw
that.
it?
Yeah. fuck
Flavor.
Yeah. Throw your weapon.
Okay.
Just make an attack roll with it.
Yeah.
Same
please
same
hit.
modifier and everything.
Please hit. Ooh, natural 20.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage and all that fun stuff.
What's-
Actually, don't even do that. Just describe how you eviscerate this fucking.
I still want to roll damage because I just
Okay,
want to
yeah,
see
yeah.
how much it does.
Yeah.
Wait, how does a thrown weapon work? What's the?
I'm just making him make a range attack with it, so he's just gonna have his modifier. So when he's gonna throw it, he's gonna have to go out there and pick it up.
Gotcha.
I mean, just because it's right there in front of him. If you're trying to throw it past 30, I'd make him make an extra check on it.
Gotcha.
I did 20 points of damage
Nice.
with that. Actually, I did 26 points of damage because I crit. Yeah. I'll throw it and I'll just have it spin through the air, hit him in his head, and I'll be like, "That's right. I'm coming to get you. Stop running from me."
So
And
as
I'll
you... Oh yeah, keep going.
I'll just look at his body, and then I'll gaze to his friend.
Yeah, so you launch this burning war pick that just flies through the air. The momentum hits him in his head, and he just snaps his neck off backwards, and he just falls flat to the ground, dead in front of you. The goblin next to him is like, ah!
One.
Bob! But yeah. The
That's-
guy,
I think that's it.
that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, that guy was gonna go next. He's dead. So that's fun. The goblin boss at the far back, they use the rest of the action to let go of this polar bear. So that polar bear up here has been freed. It's going to use a bonus action to disengage away from the polar bear to not evoke opportunity attacks, and it's going to climb back on top of the sled, the tower thingy majig. Fiska, it's your turn.
Okay. So Fiska's not used to getting hit, so she is like cursing. She is not having a good time. And she will start hissing curse words towards this goblin over here with no neck. And she starts hissing curse words that just come to her. She's just hissing words that come to her, and we're gonna cast some dissonant whispers.
Nice.
And so that's gonna be a target has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So, their wisdom. Okay.
They're not very wise, are they?
He rolled a 2 total, so he has a 1.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Damage.
I'm
Okay,
talking
so
about
we're
this
gonna-
goblin up here. The goblin like right in front of you up here.
Yeah,
This guy?
the one with no neck.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the one that Jayla cut its head off of earlier. Yeah, he's just like.
Oh,
squat.
no, I'm describing a goblin that just.
Yeah,
like,
it's
has a
just
short neck.
his chest matches his torso is his head. His is like he's just like.
I imagine with like a bowl cut too.
He looks like MODOK. He looks like MODOK.
Pretty much.
Mmm. It's a good
So-
descriptor.
Potato.
A
That is
potato.
14 damage,
14
and
damage.
he has to run away. As
Yeah,
far
he-
as his speed allows.
Okay. Yeah, 14 damage. Yeah, what do you whisper? What are you saying to him?
They're like the nastiest curse words in a language that she doesn't know.
Yeah. So Jayla, you hear Fiska just saying she is muttering some sort of word. You don't understand it.
What
but it
language
sounds
is it? Do we know what language it is?
I think it's just whatever. Yeah, I don't.
It's not an
I don't
actual
know.
language.
It's
I was
not
hoping
like-
I was
no,
hoping
it's-
I might understand it.
No, it's not an
It's
actual
like I
language.
know undercommon.
It's not an actual language.
Oh,
but
okay.
For narrative purposes, she's saying all these vile things. You're like, damn, that's
It's like
cold.
Ralphie when he's on top of Scott Farkas.
Yep,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah, the goblin. You see the goblin with the no neck clutches chest basically because that's where his head is at. He's like, ah! And he just starts beating his head in the ground and dies.
Oh no!
Yeah, that guy died.
What was that you did?
He
This
just
guy
he
is still
just he
like,
just
muttering
disappeared
curse
too.
words.
Was that a spell?
I don't know what happened. to this
Dissonant
poor guy.
whispers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he grabbed his torso, head, body thing and just started beating his head into the ground until he died. He is no more. Sad guy. Poor guy. Yeah, cool.
It's awesome.
Anything else?
3d6. Holy crap. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still muttering like curse words, but I'll like move a few feet back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not muttering like, yeah, fucking
I
get
like it.
Get it, you little bitch.
Yeah.
So she switched to common.
Awesome. So after that, it's going to be those two goblins in the archer towers way back in the back still. They're going to actively, they're gonna roll d6. We're gonna roll d6 again, see who they hit. Target. A 4 and a 5. So
Fuck
4
you,
on
bitch!
Breacher was Elizel, and a 5
Shut
is
up!
whoever I choose.
Reroll.
I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna roll again. A 3. Who's 3?
I think that might be me. I have to
Yep.
double check.
So Ichabod and Elizel. Pretty positive.
It's good that you're positive.
All right. So the one that's shooting at Elizel is gonna shoot first at disadvantage. He rolled a nat 1, so his arrow just breaks when
Okay,
he goes to
cool.
shoot it. He rolled a 19 and a 1, so the one
Oh.
shooting at Ichabod is going to.
Shooting at long range.
He shoots his arrow and his arrow just snaps in half too. He rolled a nat 1 as well.
Nice.
And you see that the goblin on top of the carriage is like muttering some words and making hand gestures at him, like you fucking idiot.
My headcanon was that it hit Ichabod's rippling abs, and it just snapped.
It hit his scarf and just splintered into 1,000 shards.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but that happens. That polar bear on the other side is just growling again. The one that's on the far side is just growling. This goblin that's up here by the snow pile saw the shit that's happening to his people, and he's just gonna. Holy shit! He's just gonna shoot an arrow at Jayla because he doesn't know who else to shoot at. So it's at disadvantage. His arrow snaps in half too as he rolls a 1. That one as well.
Wow.
He's like, fuck this shit. He throws his bow on the ground and starts running backwards to the tower in the back. So
Whoever's making their arrows needs to be checked out.
It's other
Yeah.
goblins. That's what's happening.
he begins to head towards that large structure in the background. Ichabod, it's your turn.
Ichabod is going to move up here and fire an Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
12.
12. That
Yeah.
misses.
Okay.
It's got intense.
That's all I got.
Okay. Goblin A would go next, but he is dead. This guy up here that just ducked out of the Eldritch Blast from Ichabod, seeing his friend get absolutely eviscerated, he's gonna take a pop shot at Lauren and he's gonna run away. So this guy just shoots at you, Lauren.
Rude ass.
23.
Fuck you.
I think I can just hit Lauren. I think that's what's happening here.
Yeah, pop shot.
Sleepy time.
5 damage to you.
I'm up. I'm
5
still up,
piercing
baby.
damage. He shoots you, fucking throws his bow at you, and turns around and starts running away. So he gets about 30 feet away.
I'm tired of it.
That's his turn. Jayla, it's your turn. Elzel, you're on deck.
I'm so...
Okay. I guess.
I guess.
I'm slow. Okay. I'll move forward.
Okay.
And I guess I'll take my crossbow thingy. Hold on, I haven't used it. And shoot at disadvantage, because I'm...
It's further than 30 feet.
Yeah. 12.
Not
Frowny
misses, sadly.
face.
Yeah, it misses sadly.
Boo! Okay.
You still action charge. You want to do it again?
No, I'm saving that. Thank you, though. Okay. I guess I'm done.
Okay. Elzo, you are up.
Yeah. I'm gonna move here. That's close enough to touch, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level, because that's all I fucking have. So 1d8 plus 4. Big roll, big roll. Oh, max!
Oh,
You get
nice.
12 back.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big man.
And, I mean, that's really all I can do, except for moving back 15 feet. I think. My bonus actions are just other spells. Oh yeah, I would have like floated back down to him because I would have been up in the air, and then I would have cast that, and I would have just shot 10 feet in the air again. I'd be like, "Fuck!"
It's like a fucking terrible fucking budget.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're still 15.
So I'm just
All
looking
right.
down. I'm like, "You're welcome."
Thank you.
That's your turn?
I think so. Yeah.
Awesome. This turn is going to be the polar bear that's set free now. It's going to look around and see the 2 snacks approaching, the 4 snacks further back, and it's just going to dash in y'all's general direction.
Yeah, I'm a snack.
We all snacks.
I can move 80 feet.
God. Oh my god.
80? Did you say
What?
80?
Well, it's dashing. It's using 40
Oh.
feet and then dashing.
We have no time.
Was
It
going
gets
for the.
about- It gets about right, like halfway between the 2. I don't know if I can like.
Yeah, like
It's
half.
whatever. It's
Yeah.
right there. I don't want to fuck with it. Who cares? Yeah. Top of the 3rd round, Lauren. It's your turn, and Lauren, when it comes to your turn, you'll all hear another sound resounding. You hear another horn, and off to the right, about a couple 100 feet, or not 100 feet, 80 or so feet. You see these
8.
You see these 4 Goliath like tribal like warriors that are pop up. You don't see the polar bear. It's at the top of the screen. It's up here.
Does someone know Giant?
You don't see it? I don't know. I can't.
I
I don't
do.
know. Does Jayla see the polar bear? Jayla said she didn't see the polar bear.
There's a polar bear northwest. It's right by your thing.
Where everybody's cursors are.
You don't see
I don't
it?
see it. Oh,
I see your
interesting.
cursors.
I can highlight the tile, but there's no image on there.
It
There's
might be because they're like
Oh, no.
blending in with the ground.
What about now? You see this one? See that
I
one?
see a red square if I hover over it.
Yeah.
All right. here's what you're
Interesting.
gonna see.
It's whatever, but
There's a polar bear right here.
okay. Thanks.
Hold on, I gotta fix shit now. Son of a.
It's
There's a folder
okay.
right there.
You just have to tell me where it's at so I can hit
right
it
there.
if I want to.
It's right there.
Are
Over
those
here,
giant?
over here to the right, these are. I don't know how to ping. I forgot how to do that.
Hmm.
You see these 4 like tribal Goliath warriors
Goliath. Guy.
pop up out of the frozen tundra, as it seems they have been attracted by the first horn from the goblin. You don't know. You can't read from their demeanor. They kind of look like they're just watching right now, trying to judge what's going on. So you don't know if they're hostile, friendly. They just kind of appeared and they
Pop
were
out
watching.
as in like out of the snow, or like they came towards.
Like they came on from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, they didn't just like. Stand up.
That'd be awesome.
They pop up on the map. They
Gotcha.
came
Yep.
from outside.
Mhm.
The map, yeah.
We get it now.
Wampus.
They all
Bunch of
come up.
wampus.
They see that one of these guys, the guy at the far back, who is gonna be C. Fucking bitch! I can't hit 3. The guy at the back C is going to he's gonna move 30 feet. It's 15. God damn it. He's gonna move 30 feet. As he actually he's gonna move 60. He wants to watch a little bit closer. So he's gonna move.
Watch.
He moves right there. He's watching
I'm just
behind that snow pile. He's kind of like Ichabod, Lauren, Elzel. You'll see him approach. The rest of the other 2 can't really see. Fiska can see. Jayla can't. You'll see that guy approach.
Okay.
Lorian, it's your turn. My bad. I kind of skipped over you. It's your turn.
I will move my 30. I'll move another 30.
Yep.
He's still, what, 15 feet away from me?
He's within 10 feet. You can reach to that guy.
So when he moves away, would I get an attack of
It would
opportunity?
it would promote attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. And then on the other guy, I want... And the guy behind him, the
Yeah, they call him behind.
that guy. I will do my my blood curse of binding.
Okay. What's that do?
He has to make a strength save, DC 13.
Okay. Strength save from the little goblin guy. I'm sure it's gonna go great. He rolled a 13, but he has a -1, so 12.
Fuck yeah.
He fails.
Okay, so until the start of my turn, he has 0 speed and can't take reactions until the end of my next turn.
So he has 0 speed.
Until the end of Okay. Yeah, until the end of my next turn. So he can't move or anything. Then I'll just point at him and I'll be like, "You're next." As I walked by the red goblin, I would have picked up my
Yeah, I assume.
okay.
that's the process, yeah.
Cool. I didn't want to be like, "Oh, where's my weapon?" Okay, that's my turn.
Alright. When we get to his turn, you have to remind me what it does again. 'Cause I'll probably forget along the way.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, the other goblin, the goblin on top of this crate, carriage, tower, whatever you want to call this. It moves 15 feet, and you see this little hawk kind of fly down. You see a hawk fly down, back onto its arm, and you see that it's actively looks like it's tucking something into the hawk's leg or whatever, and tries to throw it, and the hawk begins to fly off towards the northern direction. Well, it's in the motion, so that's its action to do that. The goblin just sits there.
He even has a little hawk thing. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's a little hawk right there.
The goblin that he gave a little piece of scroll to that hawk. The hawk is beginning to fly away. That goblin just sits there and brandishes what looks like a crossbow and waits for its next turn to see what happens. Fiska, you're up.
Is Lorian within 5 feet of this guy, or
He's 10 feet, so his long
Okay.
arms he can reach him, but he's not within 5
Got it.
feet.
okay, so I will move over here and just do a regular old crossbow shot at this guy.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes, that hits.
Okay, good. Just checking. I've been missing a lot on my crossbows lately.
Yeah, you're good.
5 damage.
Yeah, that arrow pierces him in his goblin nipple. He has pierced nipples now. You see this goblin has pierced nipples. He's not wearing a shirt for some reason. You pierce both nipples and rip out the nipple rings in both of his nipples.
Wow, rude.
He just grabs his nipples as he's screaming.
He doesn't have them anymore.
Yep. Lauren, the nipples just
Pops him out of the air.
Yeah, Lauren, the nipples just like fly and they freeze in the air and just drop like a rock to the ground. All right. Anything else you want to do?
What a shot.
I think that's it. I think I used all.
All right. Okay. Those two guys at the back are going to. They're gonna roll d6s again to see who they want to shoot at. The two archers in the back. A 6 and a 1. So I believe it's Tyler and Emily. So these two goblins on the far back are going to shoot at Emily. You're gonna have disadvantage, and I believe Tyler they can shoot at you. They both have disadvantage, so that's good.
Nice.
So the first one at Emily is gonna shoot. Its arrow makes it about 5 feet before the wind just sweeps it away and floats into her hair. Thankfully, it didn't break on him though. The one against Lorian, it's going to. It gets to about your foot, and just shatters on the ground as it dies. It breaks in front of you. Those goblins are not having a good time. One of these Goliath guys in the far back over here is going to move 60 feet as well. He's going to dash just to come. He's going to dash towards the polar bear that is actively approaching you guys. So this guy over here.
Whoa.
He's going to move 60 feet.
And jump on its back and ride it. So it attacks us.
That's his turn. He can't do anything else. You hear growling from a polar bear that's on the other side of the sled still, as it's just actively growling. All right. So what was this goblin? A, B, C, D, E. So what was this guy? What was this guy's blood maledict? What'd you do to him?
He has 0 speed, and he
Zero
can't
speed?
take reactions.
He can't take reactions. Okay.
Yep.
He's going to monologue. He has no bow because he threw his bow at you when he ran away.
Well.
Yeah. I'm not running away because I'm scared. I'm running away because I'm brave. And he just rants off in Goblin. He starts praying to Magobli or whatever the Goblin god is. He can't do shit. He threw his bow when he ran away. He just has a short sword, so he brandishes his short sword as he says that. You see that he's come to terms with his life. Ichabod, you're up.
Okay, so Fiska has injured this guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Ichabod is going to move his 30 feet. And then that's so 60 feet away, that's within range. So he points at that goblin and whispers, "Ding dong." And you hear the sound of
Yeah.
like this, an old decrepit church bell just kind of ring out of nowhere. And the goblin has to make a wisdom save against DC 14.
Ding dong.
He rolled a 14, but he has a -1, so a 13.
Oh,
He
thank
fails.
goodness. And since it's already been injured, it's a 1d12 necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Told the dad.
So 6.
Nice.
Yeah, he grabs his head, his ears begin to bleed. He doesn't die. He doesn't go down though. He is very much gravely injured. You see that he's disoriented and all that, but he like falls and like leans against his little scimitar sword that he has, and he kind of like rebolsters himself, but he's still standing.
Okay. That's all I got.
All right. It's going to be the goblin that just got his bell rung, quite literally. He's going to actively approach Lorian. He's gonna
Wow.
walk closer to you.
Son of a bitch, I didn't plan for this.
And he's gonna fucking and just try to stick you with his scimitar. A 12.
Oh, finally.
Misses you. Yeah, he stabs you and his scimitar just snaps in half. He looks up at you and gulps. And then
I'll just look down at him and say, "Uh-oh."
Fuck you! He's gonna use a bonus action and disengage and try to run away from you.
Son of a bitch. He's countered my only move.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here we go, like right there.
Yeah. Perfect.
He got away. Jayla, you're up. Elazelle, you're on deck.
Yeah. Where's my ruler?
I'm done.
Did you move?
Yep.
Do you want to try shooting one of them with your bow?
I dashed.
Okay. Elzel, you're up.
Huh. So those two goblins are the closest thing to me, right? Enemy-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about 115, 110 feet away from you.
Well, I think all I can really do. It's music
like Adam.
wild. I'm gonna dash. Oh, I forgot to press space. Wait, what? Is it from here?
Yeah.
Or is it from here?
You would get to that top square. So
Right
you
there.
go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Nice.
I guess I'm just dashing there because I can't
Need to work on our cardio.
I can't use my feline agility until I don't move on one of my turns, and I keep moving.
Well, if you're moving. How far were you moving? 30. Well, how far can you dash?
60. I was moving.
So
Well,
you'd be
actually,
next to Lauren. You'd be with Lauren.
okay. I wanted to be like right behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, you can move your character up behind him because you would get there with your dash action. Or
So
just your
like in the same square. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you just be like right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can. There's like 4 quadrants within each square.
And that's my turn.
Cool. This one of the Goliaths at the top of the map is going to actively
You're trying to steal our shit. They could be
going to-
friends.
He's going to move 30 feet, so 15, 30. And he's going to actively throw a javelin at that polar bear that is charging in Daryl's direction.
I don't know if he wants to do that.
I know.
He'll just hit it with disadvantage.
He's got a good arm though.
What a man.
What a man.
Yeah, this Goliath is just muscles on muscles. And you see this is a female Goliath.
Wow.
Now that she's closer, you can see some more discerning features. She launches his javelin. You see her muscles just twist and turn, and she just launches javelin, and javelin just pierces the side of the bear. So it's gonna take some damage from that. So that'll be cool. Oh, drop a die. It takes 10 points of piercing damage. And that's gonna be her turn. That polar bear, now wounded from this javelin, is going to look at. It's going to look at them, and it's going to charge in that general direction. So it's going to charge 60 feet. It's going to glide over there. Whee! What the fuck?
How kind. The Goliath.
The polar bear has moved. It's over here. That's its turn. That guy's dead. This other Goliath is going to 15, 30, 45, 60. He's going to charge at the big tower. We're back to the top, Lauren. It's your turn.
I will go. That's as far as I can move, but I have long arms.
Yeah, you can still slap a bitch.
I will. Oh damn. Which one looks more hurt?
The one on the left. The one that's not affected by your blood malady.
I'll try to hit him.
Yeah, go for it.
16?
That hits.
Nice. Nice. Okay. 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Visceral
actually,
attack.
18 points of damage.
Yeah, you destroyed this goblin. Yeah, it has crumpled beneath your pick.
I'll embed in a melee. I'll embed it in its head, and then I'll just rip its head off.
Yep.
And I'll kick it off.
Oh.
I'll look to the Goliath, and I'll be like, and I'll point to the goblin. He's mine.
one of the Goliaths like just nods in your direction.
He understands me. Okay.
Okay.
That's me.
This guy, the one Goliath that's on the backside over here is going to move 15, 30. And it's going to throw a javelin at that blood maledict goblin in front of you.
I rolled max damage on that attack.
Yeah, you killed that guy. You killed the goblin on your left.
Well, I just want to clarify that I rolled damage.
Oh
Nice.
yeah. Sure. This
Thanks.
goblin, this Goliath warrior is going to move across and he's going to actively throw his javelin at that other goblin that's over there. It's out of his range, so he's going to roll with disadvantage. It rolled 217, so it throws his javelin at that goblin. It does. It does 7 piercing to that goblin, as his javelin just sticks out of the goblin's side. Still up. It's very much bloodied, but it's still up. And that Goliath says, "That one's mine." That's its turn. The goblin boss at the top of the sled is actively going to it's going to survey the land, it's going to see what's happening, and it's going to run, jump on top of this polar bear and begin to try and unhinge it and ride it away. So it's going to take an action to start doing that.
Son of a...
So that's what that goblin boss is doing. It has recognized that its numbers are dwindling and that it's time for it to bounce. Fiska, it's your turn.
This guy is going to dash, and she's a little too far away to do much, so she's actually going to dash over here to the sled and very pathetically try and push it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Oh boy. Dirty 1.
Yeah, you go to push a sled and you find yourself sliding 10 feet, like sliding 5 feet away, and you are further away from the sled than you started.
That is my action.
All right, nice. Those two,
Is anyone looking? Is anyone looking?
She's like, I hope someone's looking.
Those other two archers, not knowing the two archers that are in the tower, not knowing what's happening with their boss, is going to take shots at those Goliaths over there. So they're both just going to focus on the one Goliath that's just really close to them. Both a disadvantage. Oh, that might hit, actually. Holy shit, wait a minute. Yeah, one of them hits with a shot at disadvantage. They both hit the shots at disadvantage. Holy shit. Why don't they roll it against y'all? Fuck y'all.
Because
so they're
we
both...
matter.
Yeah, true.
Plot armor.
Plot armor. So... So this Goliath D, is going to take 9 points of piercing damage as it is lit up with these shitty made arrows. That's their turn. These other two Goliaths are just going to throw their javelins at the thing. It's going to miss. I don't want to roll for that. Polar Bear's not going to do anything. Ichabod, it's your turn.
How tall are these snow domes?
They are about... It's like a little 10-foot little, like,
Okay.
flurry.
So, question: if I were to move,
You will be able to see that goblin if you move right there. Yes.
I would be able to see this.
Yeah, you'll
guy.
be able to. You'll be able to just see past that snow hill.
Okay. So he moves up there. He kind of glances at Lorian, and he looks at the Goliath, and he goes. He kind of shrugs, and he throws an Eldritch Blast at him.
No.
Okay.
Shoot, 12.
Yeah, that misses sadly. That Goliath looks over at you, shakes his head. Stupid magic.
Wow, meanie.
Anything else?
No.
All right, Jayla, you're up on deck. Elizel, you are after her. If you dash, you get up to the polar bear. If you... Yeah.
gonna. The circle's a polar bear, right?
Yes, yes. The little circle is a polar bear.
Okay, I'm gonna use my movement, and then my action, a dash, and then for my bonus action, I'm gonna Goring Rush.
Okay.
So I gotta see if I hit first.
Cow versus bear.
24 to hit.
Woo!
That definitely hits. Yes.
I saw a big minus 41.
Yeah, what was that? What's the minus
That was me
41?
adjusting there. I have to use I change it to match my encounter calculator.
Gotcha.
It's like they're numbered. That's why. They won't let me do A, B, C, or D, so I have to do numbers instead of that.
Gotcha.
Only 3 points of damage.
Okay. 3 points of damage. You pierce this polar bear's
TikTok.
fur, and it just like it very much sees you as a threat and is honed in on you at this point.
Cool.
Cool.
And
Elzo,
you,
you're up.
and you snort.
It stings.
If I'm here, I'm within 15 feet, right?
Yes. If you move up, you're within 15 feet. Yeah.
Wait, 1 second. Let me check something here. Okay. Yeah, I am going to move here. Well, how do I move? So I'm to Lorian's. Yeah, thank you. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna be cocky. I'm gonna kind of wave at the goblin, and then I'm gonna use lightning lure to bring it towards me.
Okay, yeah, it starts to wave at you too.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
this
guy's
is
nice.
this is a stretch. This is a strength save of 11.
Well, I'll tell you what, Craig. These goblins aren't very strong. So he rolls a 2 total. So he's not very. He's like just waving at you.
Okay.
Smiling, happy.
He takes 1d8, or he gets pulled 10 feet towards me and then takes 1d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
It's only 3.
Yeah, so it like wraps around his hand. Ah! And yanks him towards him. He's burning. He's getting electrocuted, but he's still. Kill me. He's still alive. He's still alive.
Oh my god.
So that was a. Wait, that was a cantrip. So I can
Yes.
I can use a level 1. Oh, it doesn't
You
matter.
use
I
a
don't.
bonus action. Yeah, it's only a
Okay.
bonus action.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I don't have any attacks.
You could heal him if you want.
Yeah. I just
Be
kind
his
of
mascot.
like smile and bare my teeth. And that's it.
Ah!
Yeah.
He's seen better days.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. After you, it's going to be one of these Goliath's turn. The Goliath is going to actively. It's going to throw another javelin at that polar bear at disadvantage. It misses. That's its turn. Actually, it'll move. It'll move closer. He'll move right here.
Actually, can I like say something to the goblin?
Yeah.
I'll just say, if you want to die quick, just hit me.
I'll try when it comes around to my turn. Gentlemen's agreement. All right. The Goliath's done. It's Polar Bear A's time. Jayla, you have gored this polar bear. This polar bear is on your ass, and it's going to make 2 attacks against you. It's going to make a bite attack, and it's going to make a swipe attack at you.
Ooh.
So with its first attack, it's going to be a 12.
Miss.
As it tries to bite at you, but the way you are like horned into it, it can't reach you. And it's gonna try to claw at you with its at your side with a 24.
Oof.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So you're gonna take
She was up in its front.
12 points of slashing damage 11 points of slashing damage, as it just rakes your side.
Ouch.
It's going to. Like, as it, like, pushes you, like, it swipes you, like, pushes your horn out of it, it's gonna actively try to run away. So you will get an attack of opportunity against it.
Cool. I will take it.
Okay.
Uh, 19?
Yeah, it hits. It's like halfway between. It's like bottom corners 40 movement.
8 points.
Yep. It's bloodied, officially bloody now after the attack, and it is like running away. That's its turn. This Goliath warrior is going to see that goblin trying to escape at the top, and it's going to move 15, 30, and it's going to throw a javelin at that goblin boss at disadvantage. Oh, it only rolled. It doesn't hit, sadly. The javelin goes wide. Back at the top of the turn, Lauren, it's your turn.
Is the bird still there?
Yeah, the bird will not move until the goblin boss's turn.
I would, when it's my turn, I'll yell to the Goliaths because they have ranged weapons and I don't. I'll be like, shoot! It's a falcon. Shoot the falcon.
It's a falcon, yes.
And I'll point at it.
Yeah, they look at you and they all direct their focus at that falcon.
I'm a leader.
Alright.
5, 10. I wouldn't be in range of the polar bear. Does it look like the goblin will hit me as I try to walk away?
Quite potentially, yeah.
I'm gonna just take it.
Okay.
They can deal with it. 5, 10.
It rolls a. It's a 13. It doesn't hit you.
Takes that.
Ah! Shit!
I'll just look back and smile. And then I started what? I started here, and so I can go 1, 2, and then I'm dashing, and then I get here.
Yep, next to the polar bear.
Yep.
Yep.
Sprinting.
Oh, you
well.
dashed as an action. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
or something.
No. Yeah. I'm by the polar bear, by the way.
Yeah, I see.
Well, Star and them probably don't know where the polar bear is.
That's right. That's right here.
Yeah, there it is.
I forgot to move the circle. That one Goliath that's next to Ichabod is going to look at Ichabod, look at Lorian. Here, Lorian, see the falcon, and it's going to 15, 30, and it's going to try to throw a javelin at the hawk at disadvantage.
Oof. That'd be impressive.
It's like, die, bird. It rolls a...
What's the falcon's AC?
It rolls a 12. It's just one below the falcon. So it throws this javelin at this falcon. The falcon goes squaw, dodges it.
Where's
and
the guidance?
The Goliath is like, fuck. That's his turn. The goblin boss is actively
How does he get it?
she's unhooking. She has successfully unhooked this polar bear, and now she's going to attempt to make an animal handling check to see if it can direct this polar bear to leave.
Ooh, I've got an incredible idea.
As an action, this is what she's going to do. She rolled a nat 20, so the polar bear seems to listen, and she has to wait for the polar bear's turn before it will move. So that's her whole action right there. So she's waiting for this polar bear to move. This polar bear is listening to this goblin, and you hear this goblin boss sounds like a female. She's like, "Let's go!" or something
Oh
like that,
shit!
you know? It's Fiska's turn.
And she's Italian.
Fiska, it's your turn.
Yeah, I am going to fly on top of this little snow mound
Okay,
and take a shot at the falcon.
go for it.
And I am going to use inspiration so that
Okay,
it is
flat roll.
a flat roll.
Coincidentally, the polar bear's name is Yoshi.
Amazing.
It sure is.
Still only got an 8.
Yeah, the arrow just misses the falcon, sadly. The falcon in bird person language, which you don't have on your character sheet, but you speak now. The bird says, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I have it's primordial.
Oh yeah, the bird says,
Yeah.
"Squawk, squawk, squawk," and it says,
Oh.
"Fuck you" in its bird language.
I speak primordial, so I hear that. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Okay. Those two goblin archers are going to actively it's going to make a decision if it wants to attack our people or the Goliath. So on a 1 or 2, it's going to hit Jayla or Lorian. 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be the Goliath. So I rolled a 3, so it's gonna attack this Goliath that is closest to them.
No. No, he's our bird killer.
It's gonna attack them. They're still at. They're not at disadvantage anymore, so they're just gonna do flat rolls. So 18, and then a miss. So one of them hits with a +4 to it. So it's a D6. Oh. 3 points of piercing damage to this Goliath up here. That's their turns. We're gonna go down to. This Goliath is going to move closer. It's going to move 30 feet, and it's going to throw a javelin at the bird.
Dude, these guys are good at following directions.
Yeah, it's nice that they're listening.
They're good. Yeah, they're like cooperative.
They're just like, sure enough.
They still have disadvantage. Javelin goes wide. He rolled nat 20 and then a 2. Javelin goes wide.
Come on, guys.
The bird squawk, squawk. You fucking suck. That's that Goliath's turn. Polar Bear A, or Polar Bear B, this is the polar bear that the goblin lady's on, is going to actively begin to move. It's going to do full dash. It's going to move 80 feet. So it's going to move.
Ooh.
It's going to move this direction. It's going to move a bit. Why the fuck did I pause the game?
Time Lord.
It's going to move over there. It's beginning to make its way away from the organization. The hawk itself is going to begin to fly. It's going to fly up 30 feet. And then it's going to move 30 feet.
Ooh.
Son of...
Right there. Son of a bitch. There you go.
Right.
It has ascended and is beginning to make its way in the same direction as the lady. The goblin in front of Elzel, it's finally his turn. He's going to attack you. I'm gonna kill you! Please kill me quick. And he goes to stab you.
Well, I mean, he has to make a dex saving throw, but if he wants to die, then he could just not make the saving throw.
Yeah, so he goes to attack you with it's such a so you feel like he has that mentality. It's such a shitty attack. He's so open that he just goes to attack you, fails the save, and what happens?
Okay. He takes 9 lightning damage.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a lot.
He finds the right spot in your armor that is just conductive and just begins to just seize up. He's like he's clutched onto an electric fence and he dies. Burnt crisp. You have the smell of burnt goblin in your nose now.
Elizel's like, that actually wasn't that satisfying. I didn't like that.
Ichabod, it's your turn. You see that there's a polar bear engaged with Lorien currently. That's wounded. There seems to be a
We're engaged.
You can't really see the goblin boss too much. Actually, I'll say for the purposes of it, you can. They're just far as fuck.
Yeah.
The bird itself, you can see. It's about 30 feet up in the air, 180 feet away from you, and then you have all these Goliaths around you.
Alright, so Ichabod is going to move 30 feet there.
Yep.
And...
The hawk is about 140
yeah, go down from there.
feet away from you.
But I can hit some of these goblin archers.
Yep.
So I'm going to take an Eldritch Spear shot at that one.
Go for it.
Dirty 20.
That hit.
Oh. 13 points of damage.
Okay, and that was against the goblin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even with their half cover, partial cover, that still hits. And which one were you attacking? The top right one?
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah, you find just the small crevice between the small space between the window, and you just this black, your black magic just pierces its head, and it just gets pinned to the wall as it's dead, right in front of you. It died a horrible death.
That's all I got.
Yeah, you hear the goblin next to him's like, I need a pay raise. That guy's dead. Next up is going to be a dead goblin. Jayla, it's your turn. Elizo, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can both see that hawk, the falcon. So, the falcon. But Jayla, you're up first.
I'm going to swing my scimitar.
Okay.
18 plus 7.
That's
Goodbye, my sweet prince.
Can I roll all my hits? Because I'm gonna I'm gonna do my action, bonus action, and then I'm just gonna action surge.
Yeah.
All against the polar bear.
Mhm.
There goes my car.
16.
Hits.
17.
Hits.
Okay.
It's totaled. Gleesh Glarp is getting away.
Glishkar. That's a great name. That's his name.
It's your GMC Ursa.
24 points of damage.
Yeah, you the first two you mortally wounded, and the third one you feel. Tell me how you kill this polar bear as the third hit slashes across it.
What? That was a weird noise. I'm going
Roadrunner.
to. Hold on. Polar bears are huge, right?
Pretty big.
I'm just gonna take my last strike and jump in the air and just stab it right in the face.
What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, you just you jump in the air and it looks up at you, and its mouth is wide open. Your sword just goes straight to its mouth. You feel it go limp on your sword and it falls to the ground dead.
Cool.
Nice. Elazil, did you move any? Taylor, did you want to move any more, or can you move anymore? Because you have action surge, you can move again. I'm pretty sure. No wait.
No, I think you just get action.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
All right, it's not your turn no more. Elazil, your turn, buddy.
If I move here, am I within 30 feet of that goblin up in the cart? Or is he's 45 feet away?
He's about 45 feet away still.
Fuck, I can't do much. I have one long range thing and it's not long enough to hit the hawk. But I'm not going to use it on a tiny goblin.
That's mean.
Ball sack. What?
So that's mean. He's just a tiny goblin.
You know what?
That's...
I'll still do it. I'll use my cat's whatever the fuck it is, feline ball sack, right there. And I guess I'll shoot the goblin at disadvantage. Actually, you know what? I'll shoot the hawk at disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So that's just...
you are 10 feet in the air still, right? Or did you've come back down whenever you?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, let's just say you're on the ground.
I mean, it's at disadvantage regardless. So yeah.
Regardless, yeah.
So
I think
yeah,
it'd be goofy to see you on fours flying through the air, moving at that fast of a pace.
Yep, it's just a crossbow shot.
Right, go for it. Gotta be a 13 or higher.
Well, guess what? Oh wait, disadvantage. Fuck you. Oh, I still got it. 15.
Nice. Roll your damage.
No, it's not a lot.
Max damage.
Oh, it's not. It's min damage. 5.
Yeah, you're how do you want to do this?
Oh hell yeah! I just want to shoot my bow and kill the hawk.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot this bow as it's talking mad shit to Fiska, the bigger bird. It
Yeah, I'll just be like, I heard that.
What? What?
Yeah. Yeah, I say it in Primordial. I'm like, I heard that.
Yeah, you hit it in its heart and it just spirals down. For the sake of combat, the bird has fallen dead. That polar bear riding goblin's gonna get away. It's gonna double dash every action. You're not gonna be able to catch up to it. So for the sake of this battle, the battle is over.
You don't know how
guys
fast I
have
am.
killed a majority of these goblins. The other goblin that's up there, he's still alive. He kind of surrenders.
Oh.
Don't kill me! He surrenders, so we can deal with that. So next session, we will kind of pick back up with the same scene. I'm not going to keep the battle map open, but there is a hawk that has supposedly some note that y'all saw get tucked into it, or something happened with it. And there's a surrendered goblin for your interrogation, or whatever the hell you want to do to it. But yeah, thanks for... Let me turn this off. We're going to end the stream there tonight, so... that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining. Those who stuck around all night, thank you. Thanks to these incredible players. This was a long one. It went on a little bit. It went on pretty long. That's okay. I look forward to seeing everybody. Not next week, but the week after that, we are going to take a break and
Horseshit.
We will be back. Huh?
No, nothing.
Say horseshit. We're gonna take a break just so I can recharge and procrastinate a little bit because I love to procrastinate. But yeah. So just to be completely original, you know, just like Matt Mesher would say, is it Sunday yet? And we'll pick back up with the game there next week, where we will figure out what's going on with the bird, the goblin, and then whatever our players want to ask these fellow Goliaths that joined.
Bird, the goblin, and the wardrobe.
I wanted to talk to him.
Oh, well.
Well, next session, you will get that opportunity. It is getting late. That's the only reason.